Welcome, everyone, to Siemens Stadium in Okotoks as the long weekend starts with a perfect night for baseball at Siemens Stadium with the Okotoks Dawgs welcoming Energy City into town. Welcome to FloCollege, everyone. Peter Klein and Mike Gould hanging out with you as, like I said, we get the long weekend started with Fan Appreciation Night in what has been a rarity in this part of the world over the last little bit. Beautiful sunshine and only one game today as these two teams faced off in a doubleheader yesterday, and they'll get their third game in 2 days against each other here today. For the Okotoks Dawgs, the mission going into the last week of the regular season is to hold on to that top spot in the WCBL's West Division and to make sure everyone is ready for a run at a fourth straight title. These two teams splitting their doubleheader yesterday, with the Dawgs taking the first one 9-0. Obviously that one, the one that Okotoks fans are going to want to focus on. And once again, it's the man at the top of the lineup, Ricardo Sanchez, getting the job done. There is something about when the calendar flips to August that gets Ricardo Sanchez going around these parts. And he showed it with a couple hits, 3 runs batted in the contest against Energy City in the opener of that doubleheader. They also got a couple of runs batted in from Connor Croson in that victory. But contributions up and down the lineup for a Dawgs team that ended the day with 14 hits. Everyone in the starting lineup getting a hit. It was almost the exact opposite on the Energy City side as they were shut down by another good performance from Rembiz, with Corey, Mackwood, and Jackson putting a bow on it at the back part of that 7-inning game. And then for Energy City, they are certainly going to want to focus more on the second game of the double dip as they picked up the win 5-1 in that one over Okotoks, out hitting the Dawgs 12-6 in the victory. And it was a lot at the top of the order, and quite a few guys that you're going to be seeing tonight with Umezawa, Husu, Aaron Senna, Abercrombie, and Franjul all at the top of the order. I'm not cherry picking anyone. Those are just how they came out in order, and all of them with hits in the game, and all of them but Umezawa coming in with multiple hits in that contest, and then a couple of RBIs from Abercrombie and Franjul, helping Energy City come away with the 5-1 win, and a very important one for them as they are locked in that battle for 4th place in the WCBL West Division. Right now, Energy City and Fort McMurray are tied at 19 and 32 as we go into the last week of this regular season. So still a lot to play for with both of these sides as we get ready for, like I said, a rarity here in southern Alberta with sunshine and only one game to play. So very excited for all of that here today as I've talked way too long. Mike, I haven't allowed you to speak once. A, how are you today, sir? And B, interesting, you don't often get 3 games in 2 days against the same opponent, but that's what we're seeing tonight with the Dawgs in Energy City.
Well, it has been long overdue that we've gotten weather like this here in Okotoks. It's a gorgeous day. Temperatures in mid-20s as we're getting set for first pitch. And it is also a symptom of just how awful the weather has been up to this point. In that, multiple double headers this week, lots of rest time earlier because games weren't happening, and now it's all being compressed as we're getting into the home stretch here. So it's going to make for a really fun finish to the year. And again, the Dawgs facing an Energy City team that we didn't know a whole lot about coming into the season. Well, we know them a lot now.
Yes.
I mean, goodness me, Peter, how many games have we called against Energy City here at this ballpark this year? The Dawgs are just intimately aware of what this team can do. And of course, the Dawgs are just red hot, coming off a loss, of course, but they're still a force to be reckoned with, and I'm really excited to see what they can do here today.
Yeah, this is, I was saying at the Open, this is the time of year where obviously 3.5 game lead at the top of the standings with a week to go. You're feeling all right about that. Make sure that gets wrapped up, and then make sure you want to stay healthy, but make sure you're peaking at the right time. This organization certainly has that down to a science with 3 straight championships. But this last week, it's always interesting because you don't want to just, okay, everyone take a week off, and now, okay, which end of the bat do I hit with again? When you get to playoff time, but you don't want anyone getting hurt either.
Well, here's something interesting, is that in the Energy City starting lineup here tonight, 2 players who are batting over 300 on the season. For the Dawgs, let's just count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 of them and they've got one at 299 and one at 295.
Bums.
So, that just sort of puts it into perspective. This is maybe not necessarily a hitter-friendly ballpark in a lot of times. We don't see a lot of guys with huge, gaudy home run totals here.
Yeah.
The Dawgs, I mean, they are just so consistent, and they have that strength throughout their lineup that really, when it comes down to it, very few other teams can match.
Yeah, it is a real strength of this team. And then you get into the pitching staff that can be absolutely lights out, as Energy City saw in the opener of that doubleheader. Let's run through the lineup here for the Dawgs real quick for you. It is Ricardo Sanchez leading off, followed by Croson and Scansey. Logan Grant is going to be hitting in the cleanup spot tonight with Nash Kroll right behind him. Skaggs will be batting in the 6th hole, followed by Matchy, Rose, and Elsner. Rounds out the batting order for the Dawgs today with Jace Wessels on the mound. Over on the Energy City side, it is Umezawa leading things off, followed by Shindo and Husu. Franjul is batting 4th with Uno in the 5 hole. Burnow is 6th. And then the bottom third of the order is Perez, Woodcock, and Campbell, with Fajal starting for Energy City in this game today. We talked about the spot that the Dawgs are in standings-wise right now. It is a little bit different for Energy City with the identical record to Fort McMurray in that 4th spot. So seen a lot of Energy City. Might see at least a couple more games of them by the time next weekend comes around. We'll see how it all shakes out. But this is a team that has a lot to play for in this last week and a bit of the season.
Well, and also with Fort McMurray just going on a crazy slide here, 2-8 in their last 10. Energy City's been put in a position here where, they can make up some ground. They're not going to get any higher than 4th in the WCBL West, and obviously they're not coming even close to catching the Dawgs as. A 17 games back differential I don't think is really attainable at this point of the season.
No, there's a lot of rainouts. There's not that many.
There's not that many. But yeah, they should be a motivated and hungry bunch. I am very curious to see how Jace Wessels does against them. It's his first ever outing against Energy City, and his last 2 games have just been fantastic. He's pitched 9 innings over those 2 games. He's gotten the decision, a win in both of them. He's struck out 5. He's walked 0 in those last 2 games. And he's only allowed 1 earned run in those 2 games. The most recent, a 17-2 decision over Brooks last week. And then previously, a 7-3 win over Regina, in which he went 4 innings. So he has pitched a lot in the last month. He's had sort of 3 extended outings, his last 3, against Fort McMurray, Regina, and Brooks. And he's proven he can go pretty deep into games. So I'm very curious to see what he does. The Bellevue University product from Lewiston, Idaho. Not Lewiston, Maine. Lewiston, Idaho.
No, it's going to be interesting to see how Okotoks handles this here over these next couple of games as well. It is Fan Appreciation Night at Siemens Stadium. There's a number of draws that are happening here. They also have the auction continuing on from the Breast Cancer Awareness Day, as weather played a big role in some complications around that. So a lot going on at this particular ballpark. And again, once that calendar flips to August, things pick up very, very quickly around the WCBL, with it being playoff time. And this is one of those times, not to gush too much about the home team, but this is one of those times where that organizational depth that the Okotoks Dawgs build up over the year certainly comes into a play, because players are leaving all the time, and the Dawgs, I would have to assume, feel pretty comfortable with the depth that they've been able to build up over the summer to get ready for the playoff push.
I have been so impressed with the next man up mentality of this team in every game that I've been to over the last month. It just seems like every game there's somebody new who I see for the first time. And all of a sudden I look at them and wow, they've got some incredible numbers that they're building. And Wessels is one of those guys. I called one of his games recently, and I was just sort of blown away by how prolific he has been. And now, I mean, tonight is a bit different. These are some heavy hitters in the Dawgs lineup, but you just know that if any of these guys goes down, they've built up a pretty good repository of guys they can draw from.
Yeah, they really have, and you see a few guys from the Dawgs Academy come up and have an impact. Preston Toshnik came in and was just absolute dynamite earlier on in this season, and then you bring in a kid like we saw in the opener opener yesterday with Rembis, who threw a perfect game in college this year, and he comes in for 4 innings. Like, it is just player after player, like you said, next man up always with this organization, and that is why you get to have 3 championship banners in a row get hung up for them. So it has always been something very impressive, but then you do get the kind of mainstays at the top, Ricardo Sanchez and Connor Croson, hoping to celebrate another championship coming up here this year.
Last I checked, Preston Toshnik's jersey was up to $400 in the silent auction, and that says a lot.
Yeah, that absolutely. All right, let's send it down to the field, because who am I to talk over Will? So let's send it down to the stadium for Fan Appreciation Day here in Okotoks.
It gives us the opportunity to thank you, the greatest fans in all of baseball, for all you do to make the experience at Siemens Stadium simply extraordinary. I think you'd agree with me, this has been an interesting summer weather-wise, but I want to thank you on behalf of the Dawgs. We are again in excess of 100,000 fans so far this season. Give yourselves a round of applause. We do thank you for your tremendous support, and tonight we're saluting you with prizes and giveaways throughout the game. It will culminate with an 86-inch platinum television. Stick around, it's going to be a great night of prizes. If you did not receive a raffle ticket as you came in tonight, please make your way to the entrance gates, get a raffle ticket from one of the Dawgs players. Be part of this exciting contest tonight. It's our way of saying thanks to you, the greatest fans in baseball, and a reminder, post-game fireworks tonight as part of our fan appreciation experience. Stay in your seats following the game. There will be a fireworks extravaganza. Couple of quick reminders. Playoff tickets are available. Playoffs will be here at Siemens Stadium this week. Our opponent is yet to be determined. The dates are yet to be determined. But you can get your playoff package by visiting the office on the Dawgs Concourse. Get your tickets. There is nothing like playoff baseball. It is the edge of your seat every minute. Don't miss a moment of the action. Get your tickets tonight for the exciting upcoming playoffs. And a reminder, August the 23rd, right here at Siemens Stadium, our second concert. Fleetwood Magic, right here at Siemens Stadium. Tickets are now available. Be part of the action. Join Giggity and all the rest of us here at Siemens Stadium for the concert series, Fleetwood Magic, on August the 23rd. Now, fans, I need you to help me with something. This young man has done a spectacular job this year. He does our promos, a lot of the on-field announcements, and I want you to express along with me your thanks for all that Logan does. I'm going to turn it over to promo guy Logan, and let's give him a round of applause. Logan, thanks for all you do. Take us the rest of the way. It's a beautiful night for baseball. Fan Appreciation Night.
Oh, it sure is. Hey, Okotoks, how are we feeling? What an intro, hey? I just want to say again, make sure you get one of those raffle tickets, because that means you are in for those prizes. And let's get this game started the way we always do, with our Serene Fine Jewelry Dog of the day. Making our way out, we've got Max, and we've also got Jackson and Nathan here. They are here at their very first ball game. And what an honor to be able to take a photo with our dog of the day, Ryan Rembis. Ryan got the start of the game on last night, going 4 innings, allowing only 3 hits, no runs. He currently owns a 0 ERA, recorded 8 strikeouts so far. He comes to us from the University of Portland, where he threw a perfect game. Originally from Bend, Oregon, he has been a huge late addition to the Dawgs pitching staff. We are so excited and happy to have him here. Hey, we're going to throw it up to the building out by Hometown Dental Press Box. Fans, make some noise as Mike, tell us tonight's starting lineup.
Dawgs fans, here is tonight's starting lineup and batting order for your Okotoks Dawgs.
Leading off out of Saskatchewan University, the shortstop, number 8, Ricky Sanchez. Hitting second out of Tennessee Tech University, designated hitter, number 10, Connor Rosen. Batting third out of Campbellsville University, the right fielder, number 12, Zane Scansey. The cleanup batter out of Bellevue University, catcher, number 35, Logan Pratt. Hitting fifth out of Tennessee Tech University, the first baseman, number 44, Nash Kroll. Hitting sixth out of Pittsburgh State University, center fielder, number 3, Jake Staggs. Hitting seventh out of Illinois State University, number 13, Eric Maggi. Batting eighth out of the University of British Columbia, second baseman, number 5, Eden Rose. Batting ninth out of Bellevue University, left fielder, number 38, Stephen Elster. And starting on the mound tonight out of Bellevue University, number 21, James Russell.
Fans are asked to rise at your able. Remove your mask and join Talia Sargent in the singing of our national anthem. Now, fans, we're just some pretty incredible sponsors and supporters, one of which is Secure Energy. Making her way
2 weeks from today, a WCBL champion will be crowned. A lot will happen between now and then. The Okotoks Dawgs are hoping that the ending remains the same. Another championship here in southern Alberta. Welcome, everyone, to the start of the long weekend in Okotoks as the Dawgs are taking on Energy City in a matchup so nice we're getting it thrice with the third time in 2 days. Dawgs against Energy City. Defensively, here is how Okotoks stacks up today. It'll be Nash Kroll over at first base. The double play combo up the middle is Aiden Rose and Ricardo Sanchez with Eric Maggi at third. Steve Elsner gets the start in left field with Jake Skaggs in center, Zane Scansey in right, and Logan Grant is the battery mate for Jace Wessels out of Lewiston, Idaho, and Bellevue University making his 6th appearance of the season. He is 2-0 with a 2.70 ERA. 20 innings pitched this year for the Dawgs, 12 strikeouts and 4 walks. He has won back-to-back outings, shutting out Brooks on the 26th and getting a win in 4 innings against Regina on July 18th. And Peter Klein, Mike Gould, back with you as we get ready for this one to get underway. Mike, you said in the open, no real secrets between these two teams anymore. We are at the point now where you're not really surprising anyone. It's just about who can execute better in these big moments now.
Well, I will say this much, Klein. If the pitching duel tonight is as good as the ceremonial first pitch was, we're in for a pretty short ball game.
Yeah.
That was a strike if I have ever seen. We've seen some bad ones.
Yes, we have. Yeah.
And we've seen some bad pitching between these two teams at various points, mostly concentrated on the Energy City side. The Dogs have largely had their way with the Cactus Rats up from Energy City, that famed locale, throughout the season. And tonight, I'm just, like I said, I'm so excited to watch Jace Wessels. He is really the only X factor in this game. Like we've said, these two teams very familiar with each other, but this is Wessels' first turn against the Cactus Rats. And if it goes the way that his last two have, it's going to be a real nice night for the Dogs.
So leading things off is going to be Seiji Yumizawa out of Kanagawa, Japan, attending Sussex Community College. First pitch is a breaking ball. It is in for a strike, and we are underway here in Okotoks. First pitch coming to us at 7:13, 25 degrees. The wind blowing slightly out toward right field. Swing and a miss there from Yumizawa, and quickly it is 0-2.
3 pitches already and 3 great ones. 1 from the girl and 2 from the pitcher.
Yumizawa hitting 239 on the year. The 0-2. Skips that one over to the right side, and it is 1-2.
I'm bound to lose one every now and then, but that first pitch from Wessels was just an absolute thing of beauty. Looked like it was going to catch him on the hands, and all of a sudden it just darted toward the zone and fell right in there.
The 1-2 from Wessels.
Ooh.
Again, missed that one outside, and it is 2-2. Yeah, that first one, you're geared up, you're ready to go. You think the pitcher's going to be amped and want to throw a fastball, and he throws one that for 50 feet looks like it's going to hit you in the hip. It ends up being a strike. That is not a fun way to start a ball game.
Maybe 70 miles an hour.
The 2-2. Missed that one up, and so Yumizawa battling back. It is now 3-2. 9 walks in 16 games for Yumizawa this season. Had 3 of those against Brooks late last month. The 3-2 misses up and in, and he lost him ball 4.
Wow. That was a surprising one to me. It looked like Wessels was dialed in, but he just couldn't quite find the zone. And those pitches weren't borderline pitches. They were very much upstairs. We could see it from here. You could certainly see it from down there. And a leadoff base runner here in the top of the first.
Number 6, Ten Shindo.
Ten Shindo now up at the plate for Energy City. 1 on, nobody out. Just the 5th walk of the year for Wessels, and now that one gets away from Grant, and Yumizawa is going to get to second base.
Yeah, Wessels and Grant just don't seem coordinated right now at all. I mean, that's 3 already now that have gotten away from Grant, pardon me, Wessels has only thrown 7 pitches.
Yeah, and the first couple kind of skipped away from him, but that one was just clean right in the air, right through him. You don't often see that. That walk from Wessels, just to kind of drive home how rare that was. It's the first time he's walked a batter since July 11th against Fort McMurray when he walked 3. None in 4 against Regina, and none in 5 innings against Brooks. Finds the zone there, and it's lined up the middle for a base hit. Yumizawa is getting the wave around third. He's looking to score. The throw home is damn near perfect, and they got him. Jake Skaggs with a rope from center field guns him down at home plate, and a big defensive play for the Dogs early in the ballgame.
Yeah, I do not know what Umezawa was thinking there. I mean, of course, his coach is the one who gives him the signal, but that's a real tough one. That was straight away directly to Jake Skaggs, who's got a pretty powerful arm. And that throw, I mean, it was actually a pretty good slide by Umezawa, if I will say that. It was still really not that close. It beat him by quite a bit.
I will say, and I don't know who to put the blame on for this, but I don't think he was expecting to get the wave around third. He had started to hesitate going like around third, and then got the go, and kind of he went from third to fourth gear one more time.
Yeah, had to recalibrate himself mid-stride. I will say, these Japanese players at Energy City, they're a lot of fun. I've said a lot about Ten Shindo this season. I would have loved to have seen his home run.
Oh, yeah.
Can you imagine that kid hitting a home run? I mean, he is very much a contact hitter, and boy, that would have been something.
So now it's the all-star. Parker Husu takes the pitch in for a strike. It's 0-1.
Yeah, we mentioned off the top here that the Cactus Rats only have 2 batters hitting 300 and above. Husu's one of them. He's at 309.
The 0-1. Runner bluffed to start, and the pitch is a strike. It's 0-2.
Just 2 home runs for Husu, and I have a suspicion the third one probably not likely to come in this ballpark with how deep its walls are.
Pickoff attempt over at first base. Diving back in is Shindo, so we'll stay at 0-2. Look in from Wessels. Facing Husu out of Arizona Western Community College. The throw back to first base doesn't get him again.
Husu went 2 for 4 yesterday. He scored the one of the 5 runs for this Cactus Rats team in a 5-1 victory.
Wessels comes set now, the 0-2. Got him looking, strike 3 called.
That's a real nice return to form for Wessels there. That was a perfectly placed pitch at the bottom of the strike zone and just had Husu second-guessing himself every step of the way, and now there's 2 away here in the top of the first.
And that will bring up Rangel. Rangel in the cleanup spot tonight for Energy City out of Southwest Baptist University. Whoa. First pitch sailed on him. Nice catch by Grant. It's 1-0.
That one would have struck the backstop, I would say.
Yeah. Yeah, we would have got close to the netting on that one. That was way up there.
That was on the stairway to heaven. That was really elevated.
But a good catch from Grant keeps the runner at first. Not going despite bluffing another start. It's 1-1.
Maybe that first pitch just kept Frangel honest.
Yeah.
Talk about redefining the zone. You could stack 2 zones on top of each other, and that wouldn't be a strike.
A lot of times you talk about changing the hitter's eye level. We can go from like shoulder height down to the knees. You don't expect from over the head to down at the top of the zone. So it's just really revolutionizing pitching is what they're doing here. That one's in for a strike. It's 1-2.
Yeah, Frangel is the other Cactus Rat who's above a 300 on the year, but he's only had 45 at-bats. So smaller sample size than Husu, to be sure.
The 1-2 skips away from Grant, and Shindo will make his way to second base. So Energy City now with a runner in scoring position with 2 away.
I didn't even think that was that low. It looked like it was pretty close, but hard to tell from up here sometimes.
Yeah, it looked like it kind of just kept diving away. But now, again, it has felt like a pretty good inning from Wessels, but 1 base hit away from a run scoring here. From the stretch, he takes the sign. Now ready with the 2-2. Hopped him up over on the right side. Racing back for it is Kroll. Racing in is Scansey. He'll be the one to make the play and end the inning. The Cactus Rats come very, very close to getting the first run of the ball game, but we are still scoreless going to the bottom of the first here on FloCollege.
All right, fans, pull out your raffle tickets. It's time to start giving away some great prizes. We want to thank our good friends at Visions Electronics at Okotoks for their help in putting together Fan Appreciation Night tonight. Special shout out to Derek and Carter at Visions Electronics. For all your electronic needs, visit Visions right here in Okotoks. Prize number 1. We're going to give away 4 sets of these. Logan, you're going to have to pull me 4 tickets. These are noise-canceling earbuds. Noise-canceling earbuds that come with a self-charging case. Turn the volume up on your favorite tracks with wireless noise reduction earbuds. Clear, rich sound with bold bass, bringing you the best of every song. These are valued at $100 each. Logan, let's have the first number.
First number is 995538. 995538. 995080. 995080. number 3 is 498-708. 498-708. Again, that's 708. And that final number for this Bluetooth earbuds, 498-521. 498-521.
Fans, if you hold any of those lucky tickets, come on up to the Dawgs office to claim your prize. Stay tuned. We're giving away drones next inning.
God's happy birthday, the shortstop, number 8, Ricky Sanchez.
Ricardo Sanchez leading things off. He was relatively successful in the doubleheader, the first game of the doubleheader anyway, driving in a few runs for the Dawgs in their 9-0 victory. He will lead things off, followed by Croson and Scansey this inning.
Ricky leading off an inning? I can't believe it.
First pitch swinging, cuts through that one. It's 0-1.
Yeah, Ricky is quite proficient when it comes to reaching base to lead things off. Just has to see if he can put the ball in play here.
Fijal takes the sign, airmails that one over Sanchez, and it is 1-1. Defensively for the Cactus Rats today, it is Perez at first, Uno and Shindo up the middle, Umezawa over at third, Campbell, Husu, and Franjul in the outfield, with Woodcock, the battery mate for Fijal today. The 1-1. Sanchez pops this one up. Coming in on it is Husu. He will charge in and make the play for out number 1. So now Connor Croson coming to the plate for the Dawgs.
Yeah, for Ricky, it's been kind of, I mean, you could say a little bit more difficult for him lately. He's been held without a hit in 3 of his last 6 games. But, I mean, in the other games, he has 5 hits. So, really, I mean, you know, it's not that much of a drop-off.
Now it's Croson, who only had 1 at-bat in the second game yesterday, takes the breaking ball up, 1-0. He went 0 for 1 in that at-bat, which did bring to an end a hitting streak that had spanned over a week.
However, prior to that, he had gone 4 games without one. Or, pardon me, no. What am I saying? I'm looking at runs. Don't listen to me.
It's that one just foul down the third base line. Count evens at 1-1.
Well, I will say this. Not only had his hitting streak gone over a week, his run-scoring streak had also gone nearly a week. He had scored a run in nearly every game. That's what I was looking at here on my screen. And, yeah, I mean, even with that 0 for 1 yesterday, Croson's still batting a relatively respectable .384 on the season. Yeah,
that'll do. You'll take that. Couple home runs, 40 runs batted in for the veteran infielder for the Dawgs. Town even at 1s. The pitch sails on him, and it is 2-1.
Just wonder if we might see another home run. I mean, only 2? He had 9 last year. I get it, but it's hard to hit home runs in this ballpark, but I don't know.
The 2-1. Pulls this one to the left side. Caught. Umezawa makes the play for out number 2.
Yeah, really just rolled his wrists over on that one and didn't have a whole lot of speed off the bat. It was just sort of limply put toward third base. Still could have been, very much a base hit, maybe extra bases if it had gotten into the right spot. Unfortunately, the right spot was not the glove of Umezawa.
And so with 2 down, Zane Scansey comes up to the plate for Alex Fijal out of Winnipeg, Manitoba. This is just his 2nd game of the season. He went an inning and a third in a start against Brooks. It didn't go particularly well as that pitch misses up and in, 1-0. Fijal went an inning and a third in the 16-14 loss to Brooks. Gave up 7 earned runs, 5 hits, 4 walks, and a strikeout. So that's ERA not great for him at the moment, but it is coming down rapidly as the inning goes on. And the count now 2-0 to Zane Scansey.
Yeah, talk about the breakout star of the season, I would say, Zane Scansey. 362 on the year, 11 home runs.
As the 2-0 draw,
Wow.
outside of the zone, 3-0.
That was not what I was going to predict from
No,
that pitch.
no.
That looked real close from here.
But Scans will take it, and it's now 3-0. Walked him on 4 straight, so the Dawgs get their first base runner of the ball game with 2 away here, and that'll bring Logan Grant to the plate.
That is walk number 19 on the season for Zane Scansey. That is more than Nash Kroll, which is quite the compliment, I would say. I mean, not only is it good discipline, it's also just that teams don't want to pitch to this guy.
Yeah, we recognize that he's a breakout player for the Dawgs. I think other teams have started to pick up on that as well. And Logan Grant, certainly happy to come up with a runner on. Grant hitting .304 this year with 3 home runs and 16 runs batted in. Scansey running, and the pitch skips away from Woodcock. Scansey's going to not even slow down, rounding second, heading to third, and he is in there safely. So Zane Scansey with the not often seen 2-base passed ball, and all of a sudden the Dawgs have the go-ahead run 90 feet away.
Well, I will say, Scansey did take his foot off the gas, I think, just at the last minute, and that ended up being a little closer than I thought it would be over at third, but he does make it in time, standing up. Very nice awareness there from Scansey.
The 1-0 misses outside, and it's 2-0.
I wonder if something like that gets in your pitcher's head. I would say probably.
Yeah, well, all of a sudden, like, things have gone well. You have 2 3-time champions that you've been able to get out. Then you have a pitch that you think might be a strike. It isn't. You walk him, and all of a sudden that walks at third. He finds the strike zone, 2-1.
First time in a while. So the first time in 7 pitches?
Yes. As Grant also had a hitting streak come to an end yesterday, a 7-game hit streak for him. The 2-1 swing and a miss, and it's 2-2. And Scansey made his way up the line a little bit as that ball got away from Woodcock.
Yeah, a bit more of a friendly ricochet, and it's a 1-0 game.
Grant with a home run on the 26th against Brooks in the 17-2 victory over the Bombers there. A home run, 4 runs batted in the game. Went 3 for 5 in that contest. So he has certainly found his stroke, the All-Star. Scansey takes the lead off at third. Pitch misses inside, and it's 3-2. And that is exactly what Scansey was looking to do and get a bit of a distraction there.
It's a favorable spot against a right-handed pitcher when you can be at third, directly in his line of sight. You're not really a threat to steal, but you might as well just try and get him off his game.
And the 3-2, Grant skies this ball into center field. Husu settles under it, and he will make the play to end the inning. So the Dawgs threaten, but they don't score. We go to the top half of the second here at Siemens Stadium. 0-0 between Energy City and the Dawgs here on FloCollege.
The second inning is presented by FloCollege.
Top half of the second inning here at Siemens Stadium in Okotoks. Still no score between the Cactus Rats and the Dawgs. Peter Klein, Mike Gould with you. First pitch to Uno is cut through, 0-1. It'll be Uno, Burnau, and Perez in the top half of the second inning.
Wessels has now thrown 10 strikes and 7 balls. His counterpart for the Cactus Rats has thrown 7 strikes and 10 balls.
Oh, balance in the universe.
Yeah, that's right. Although now it's ruined because that was the ball.
And life will never be the same.
Nope.
The 1-1 to Uno. Pops him up. Over on the right side, Kroll coming in into foul territory, and he will make the play for out number 1.
Boy, on a semi-overcast evening here in Okotoks, that's a tough one to find. I was looking up, and I had to really squint. Nash Kroll's not wearing sunglasses. That would have been a tougher play than it looked. One away.
Yeah, not many people will describe them this way. Those are a lot of baseball-colored clouds up ahead, so that's an easy easy sky to lose the ball in.
No red laces on them, but otherwise mostly the same.
Now Burnau, like at the old Metrodome where the Twins used to play a long time ago, where they just had a bunch of holes in the roof, and it looked like you couldn't figure out which one was the ball. Minor design flaw for a baseball stadium. The 1-0 drilled. Deep right center field. Going back on this one is Scansey. He's at the track, at the wall. He leaps and he makes the catch. Zane Scansey tracking that one down, and he's able to haul it in for the second out of the inning.
That is some heavy contact. Wow, that was a real close to being a home run to open this game up. But as it stands, Zane Scansey just adds another one to his highlight reel. And the Dawgs are coming close to allowing runs here. They're just getting away with it so far, and they're 5 outs into this one.
So now it'll be Perez, as Burnau was looking for home run number 5. That one gets away from Grant as well.
Obviously,
1-0.
Sorry, PK. This is obviously a lower level of baseball, but this is the first time I can remember a game starting with this many balls getting away from the catcher.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we're probably into double digits by now, and we're in the top of the second.
That one in for a strike, 1-1. Yeah, and that is, again, like for either of them, it is Wessels had 4 walks coming into this game, and Logan Grant is basically a vacuum back there, so it's uncharacteristic for both. The 1-1, big swing and a miss from Perez, and it's 1-2.
Yeah, just a very slight foul tip on that one. And now the Dawgs are 1 strike away from getting their next turn.
Colton Perez out of Laverne, California, playing in his 6th game of the season. The 1-2. Holds up, and it's 2-2.
How many different Californian municipalities are represented in the WCBL?
I learn new ones every game, it feels
It really
like.
seems like it, doesn't it?
Yeah.
You could say that there's any city or town name in California. At this point, I believe you.
Count even at 2s. The pitch. Drilled into right field. Long run for Scansey. He's not going to get there. And this ball goes all the way to the wall. Digging for second is Perez, and he will get there with a 2-out double. So the Cactus Rats with a runner in scoring position with a couple gone here in the second.
And for Perez, that is only his 2nd hit of the season, bringing his average up to 150 in 19 at-bats. However, even with only 2 hits on the year, he has 5 RBI.
Well, that'll do.
Isn't that something?
This guy only hits the ball hard. He also has a home run on the season. So it's quite the boom or bust, so to speak, as Woodcock comes to the plate now, looking to drive in the first run of the ball game. First pitch, a breaking ball in for a strike, and it's 0-1.
Woodcock from Rexburg, Idaho.
Playing in his 5th game of the season, looking for his first hit.
Would be a good site for Jurassic Park. Rexburg.
In for a strike, it's 0-2. I would imagine most of the local sports teams have some kind of a dinosaur
Think
reference.
so?
Yeah.
Or maybe it's just the home of legendary film critic Rex Reed.
Was absolutely the reference I was
Yes.
expecting there.
There you
Yeah,
go.
100%. The 0-2 from Wessels. Missed outside, and it's 1-2.
You've inspired me to do some research here. Rexburg, Idaho. They've got an airport.
Good for them.
It's not that far from here. I mean, Idaho does border Alberta.
I did not know that.
It does, yeah.
Okay.
Just the very tip.
The 1-2. And this ball is hit hard into right field. Scansey goes back on it a bit. In front of the track, he'll make the play and end the inning. A hit, nothing more for Energy City. We go to the bottom half of the second here at Siemens Stadium. Dawgs and Cactus Rats scoreless on FloCollege.
All right, fans, pull out your raffle tickets. Time to give away some drones. These look so cool and amazing to me. This is a beginner-friendly drone that has one button, takeoff and landing, intelligent hovering, 360 stunt rolls. Logan was telling me he does those every day. Comes with 2 rechargeable batteries, 4 spare blades. It connects to your cell phone via Wi-Fi. These are also valued at $100 each. We're going to give away a Boost quadcopter mini drone. Logan, draw the first number.
First number is 995704. 995704. Next number.
Did I mention we're giving away 4 drones tonight?
Also 995628. 995628. The next one, also 995797. 995797. And the final one, 995842.
They love you, Logan, they love you. All right, stay tuned. Next inning, another exciting prize. Keep those raffle tickets out. The prizes just keep on coming.
Bottom of the second here in Okotoks. It'll be Nash Kroll leading things off for the Dawgs. Kroll followed by Skaggs and Matchy in a scoreless contest here in Okotoks.
Yeah, Kroll is dipped back below 300 on the year. Maybe he can get back up above it with a strong performance here tonight. Yarmouth, Nova Scotia's own. Been a great dog over the last few years.
Yes, always a fan favorite. Represented the Dawgs in the All-Star Home Run Derby here a couple weeks ago. Takes that pitch up and away, 1-0. Doesn't lead the team in home runs, but come on.
Yeah, he's got 5. It's just been a weird year for long balls here, though.
As that pitch misses up and away, 2-0.
One thing that I've been impressed with Kroll this year is he hasn't struck out as much as I've expected him to, and he's also added some base running ability. He's stolen 6 bases, which he's a big guy, 6 foot 215, but he's done a good job.
Takes that one low and in at 3-0. He's not up there long enough to strike out a lot of the times. He has been very aggressive so far this season in ambushing. That first strike that he sees, he is jumping all over it.
Well, Kroll is 1 away from setting a new career high in walks.
On that note, he'll take the free pass, and there's 1 down.
That's his 13th of the year, surpassing the 12 that he had last season. So not too bad from number 44 right there to lead things off at the bottom of the second.
So now it'll be Skaggs making his way to the plate. We have seen Skaggs a little bit higher up in the order a lot of the season, but now finds himself hitting 6th. Not a bad luxury to have from an Okotoks Dawgs standpoint.
No, certainly not. I mean, this is not entirely common where we see Sanchez, Croson, Scansey, Kroll, Skaggs all in the lineup at the same time. You got to make room for all these guys, and it allows you to kind of have, swells in your batting order. You can have multiple cleanup hitters. It's really quite nice.
Out of Springsteen, Missouri, hitting .343 on the year with 4 home runs, 19 RBI. Squared to bunt and pulled it back. It's 1-1.
Skaggs has got 4 home runs on the year. He struck out 36 times with a fair few. But once he gets on base, he can really motor. He's stolen at 21 bases already this season. And he's been given 24 free bases, which is not shabby.
The 1-1 with Kroll over at first. He gets a big lead and he's off. Skaggs fouls that one back, and it'll be 1-2.
I think Kroll would have had it pretty easily. That would have been.
He had a running start into that one. They were not paying any attention to him. He was basically where the second baseman normally plays by the time that pitch was thrown.
I'll tell you this much: Nash Kroll this year has quadrupled his career total in stolen bases.
Okay.
So that says a lot.
Yeah. Well, in that one there, like it's a good read, and as a guy who has been around the sport as long as he has, just kind of good baseball awareness there. The 1-2, that pitch misses outside, 2-2.
Skaggs last night went 0 for 2 with 2 walks and 2 strikeouts, so the fielders really didn't have to do anything when he was out there.
So he's reached base in a few games in a row here, looking for another hit, though, with the count 2-2, nobody away. Kroll not running as the pitch misses high, and it's 3-2.
Yeah, this pitcher's just a little wild. I mean, Wessels has been kind of wild at times today, but how do you say this guy's name? Fajal. He's thrown 26 pitches, 17 have been balls.
Yeah, it has been a little all over the place to start.
That's pretty hefty.
And this Dawgs roster isn't going to help you out of those types of situations. They are more than happy to take the free base and keep that line moving. And as we've kind of talked about, no easy outs in this one today when a guy who normally bats in the 2-hole is in at 6th tonight, followed by Matchy, who has really turned into quite a hitter with the Dawgs this year. The 3-2. Swinging and a miss, strike 3. So battling back was Vijay, and there is 1 away.
Yeah, that's a really nice payoff pitch there for Fajal as he manages to get a very good hitter in Skaggs to just swing right through it. That'll bring up Eric Matchy, who's had a real up and down season.
Matchy hitting .270 on the year with a home run and 14 runs batted in. Has spent parts of 3 seasons with the Dawgs, but this one's certainly the most regular. That one's in the dirt, 1-0. Good block by Woodcock back there. Matchy 0 for 3 in the game yesterday.
He's a hometown kid. He has hit just the 1 home run this year in 31 games. His first year as a real full-time player.
Committed to Illinois State. Chomps that one foul, and it's 1-1.
Be really interesting to see what match he grows into over the next couple seasons. It's been a really strong start, I would say, to his WCBL career. And he's got the makings of a guy who will be around here for a little while. So,
playing at third base primarily with the team here, but with the Dawgs Black in the academy, it sounded like he was working a lot on the middle of the diamond. So getting some of that versatility that this program loves.
Well, unless I'm much mistaken, he's done some DHing as well. I mean, it's been used as, a little bit of utility, which is, of course, the way to differentiate yourself in this age group. So it's good. He's got a little bit of power. He's hit 6 extra base hits this year, and he's an interesting player.
The 1-2 hits this ball hard out to left center field. Husu ranging over from center, but it's going to be the left fielder Campbell making the play, and there's 2 away.
Yeah, a little bit less liftoff there, and it would have been a bloop single, I think, but just a little bit too much underneath it, and that'll bring up the UBC kid, Aiden Rose.
It's one of the frustrating things about this sport is you can go back to the dugout and say, hit it too hard.
Yeah, I did whatever I could. It's just,
yeah.
There's only so much control over where the ball can go.
So now Aiden Rose, as mentioned, out of UBC. First pitch swinging, hits this ball hard down the left field line. It'll get down for a base hit and into the left field corner. Kroll is making his way to third and rounding. The throw home is in plenty of time, and they get him to end the inning.
A perplexing decision there. Not entirely sure what Nash Kroll saw. He was out by a mile.
So a strong play out in left and a good relay gets him. So we go to the 3rd inning, still scoreless here on FloCollege.
Riley celebrating her 24th birthday. Can I get everybody on the count of three say happy birthday? 1, 2, 3. All right, you got 3 chances to get the ball into the hole over there. Leopold's coin toss. Throw number 1. Here we go. That tiny hole. Here we go. Throw number 1. Ooh, that's okay. $100 to Leopold if you get it in. Last match if you don't. Throw number 2. All right, let's get some business in this game. Throw number 2. Not quite. Just nobody has done this all season. Here we go. Throw number 3. Let's make some noise. Let's go. Do we allow it? Yeah, we allow it.
Serving the presented by Buffalo Vodka. Straight vodka for our friends in the country world. Hashtag Buffalo. Let's do this. Number 40, Elias Campbell.
Elias Campbell leading things off. It'll be 9-1-2 for Energy City in the top half of the third inning. First pitch from Wessels, sails on him, 1-0.
Well, Energy City has an opportunity here after the Dawgs, they get their first hit and it goes directly into the third out. And now getting back towards the top of the order. Look out.
Campbell drills this ball deep left center field. This one is going back, and it is off the wall. Cruising into second with a double is Campbell, and the number 9 hitter for Energy City with a hard hit ball to left center starts the third inning off in style.
Well, I will say that is an absolute dart of a throw by Jake Skaggs to keep him at second. But still, that is a really nice piece of hitting, especially out of your number 9 hole. A guy who has a .211 average, so not bad, but certainly you wouldn't expect to see something like that so quickly here in the top of the third.
So now it's Yumezawa, who is up for the second time after a walk in his first plate appearance. First pitch in for a strike. It's 0-1. Got that one high and tight for the strike.
Tenshindo on deck. Parker Husu also waiting.
Wessels comes set. The 0-1. Popped him up foul, and it'll be quickly 0-2.
Yeah, the Dawgs could sure use this out. Or, at the very least, limit the damage. Maybe get a guy on first where you can have double play in play. But what you certainly don't need here is another 0-out base hit, which would probably drive this run home.
Yumezawa with 4 runs batted in, went 1 for 6 in the doubleheader yesterday. The 0-2 misses outside, and it's 1-2. Seen that a few times. It looks like they're trying to get them to chase on the outside part of the plate with the 2 strikes. And not many bites so far. The 1-2. Breaking ball chopped out foul, and we'll do it again.
Oh, shame that was deemed foul, as that one went right into Logan Grant's glove. He would have had an easy play at first had that been that way.
It's where the depth perception comes a bit of a problem up here. I thought that was out in front of home plate, but
yeah.
Grant able to snare that one easily, meaning it was probably behind it. So it's 1-2 still. Yumezawa out of Sussex Community College. The 1-2. Hit hard to third. Nice snag made by Matchy. Throw across the diamond is in time, and a big first out.
Yeah, I mean, that's an ideal double play ball, but snagged very, very well over at third. and perfectly thrown over to Nash Crowell in plenty of time. That was a hard hit ball by Umezawa, though. That goes, a couple feet in either direction, and that's a base hit. That's a scored run.
Yeah, well, it's not a comfortable field over at third base either. The speed that was hit at, if that hits one thing and goes in a bit of a different direction, like you said, it's an entirely different result, but a good play by Matchy. And now it's Shindo. He will take 1-0. Shindo singled in the first, got to second on a passed ball and no further.
Shindo is an excellent contact hitter. I've really enjoyed watching him every time Energy City has come to town this season. And he's one of the few guys, he's one of the guys I'd least like to have at bat for Energy City from the Dawgs standpoint in a situation like this.
The 1-0. Breaking ball misses outside, 2-0.
Doesn't look like Wessels is too keen to pitch to him either.
How will he change up his delivery on that one a little bit? That was basically, he had his bicep by his ear, throwing that as straight over the top as you can.
It's like a cricket pitch.
That probably would have better way to describe it, for sure. The 2-0, runner goes, the pitch, a strike, the throw down to third, in time. Absolutely. A laser from Logan Grant, and there's 2 down.
That's an absolute beauty from Grant. I don't necessarily know why Campbell went there. It was a pretty hard pitch, and Grant is just a real machine from behind the plate when it comes to picking those guys off. That's just a stellar piece of fielding from behind the plate.
Our third base umpire, Chris Schlenker, is doing his best. Ricky Henderson taking the base out of the ground.
And here comes a brush. Is that what we're looking at, or a new peg? Oh, they're going to dig the divot out. How many outs on the base paths are we going to get tonight? Yeah,
I've seen a couple already. There have been 2 throwouts at home plate. The caught stealing there. And I believe that's all there has been so far. And on the reverse of it, Scansey going first to third on a pass ball.
True.
So base running, front and center.
Lots of activity on the base paths
Yeah.
tonight, and it's only the top of the third.
I was incorrect on the last one. The pitch was actually a ball. So the count is 3-0 to Shindo.
But certainly a lot less threatening than it was.
Yes, yeah. All of a sudden, there's a touch less drama to this inning with no one on and 2 away. That pitch in for a strike, and it's 3-1. Shindo out of Shizuoka, Japan, attending Rikyo University. Went 0 for 3 against the Dawgs yesterday. Hits this ball hard to short. Sanchez has it. Has to hurry to throw across the diamond in. Plenty of time to end the inning. We go to the bottom half of the third inning here at Siemens Stadium in Okotoks. No score here on FloCollege.
Okotoks Dawgs baseball possible. All around the stadium, you see the names of some of the very best and finest business in the Foothills corridor and the Okotoks area. We are proud to say we keep company with the best of the best. And a number of our sponsors are being celebrated on the Core 4 patio tonight. Please join me with thunderous applause. Let's thank our sponsor. Before we make the next draw, I want to assure you that these tickets have been mixed up this time. There we go. All right. We want to give away an outdoor security camera, ultra high definition, wire or wireless technology, advanced night vision, motion detection, sound, and night alarm. Logan, let's give away a security camera.
One ticket we have got. It is $995. $394. $995. $394.
All right, Logan, and see if I can pull out a ticket. We're not having much better luck. I'm going to let him read this.
995-508.
We've got us a
508.
We've got us a winner right down here. He's going home with a security camera. We gave away 2 of those. Hey, stay tuned. Next game, a bar fridge.
To the bottom of the third we go here at Siemens Stadium. Peter Klein and Mike Gould both wishing that we weren't employees of the team and could get in on this raffle that's been going on all day.
Fan appreciation night. They're giving out all sorts of stuff, drones and bar fridges.
Yeah.
I would not object to a free bar fridge, knowing of course that I could go into Walmart and buy one whenever I want. But
Still.
no, they taste better out of a free fridge.
Exactly, yes.
That's right.
It is Steve Elsner up at the dish. He will take that first pitch up and away 1-0.
Yeah, I remember when Elsner made his season debut, and we were all kind of saying, "Who's this guy?" Nobody seemed to really know, and he's done a pretty good job of acquitting himself to this point in 22 games, batting .278.
Big swing and a miss there. It's 1-1. So one thing I've noticed about Elsner in the couple games I've been able to see firsthand of him is he gets cheated on exactly 0 swings. He is up there to swing bat very, very hard.
Elsner was one of the only bright spots yesterday, too.
Hits it into the hole. It's short, long throw across the diamond in time on a nice play by Ken Shindo, and there is 1 down.
Yeah, Elsner went 2 for 3 yesterday in that 5-1 loss, but not the same start tonight.
Now it is Ricky Sanchez of the plate, 0 for 1 in the ball game so far. Still the batting average at .325. Always nice when you have more walks than strikeouts, and it's very nice when you have double the walks as to strikeouts. That's where Sanchez is at, with 25 walks and 13 Ks so far.
Wow.
Takes that pitch for a strike. It's 0-1.
He's got real good eyes, and I mean, if he didn't swing at that one, he must not have felt it was one that he wanted. But as it stands, I mean, this guy just doesn't strike out. He gets on base like nobody else. He's really a fun player to watch.
The 0-1 takes, and it's 0-2. Wow. As we were saying, yeah, I have broadcaster jinxed him a couple times this year.
Yeah.
But Sanchez struck out in the game yesterday, the back part of the doubleheader. That was the first time he had struck out since July 17th against Regina, so a couple of weeks in there.
A little while.
The 0-2 hits that one foul. It looks like he's trying to drive the ball a little bit more in the back part of this year. Like he has, I mean, he's hitting .325. He has one season where he hit .241 with the Dawgs, but other than that, they're all in the 340s with Okotoks. But it seems like maybe he's trying to add a little bit of pop to the game as the leadoff hitter for the Dawgs.
Well, he hit his first home run of the season back on July 17th.
And he takes that one, called strike 3. Sanchez doesn't strike out a whole lot, and I would suggest struck out looking isn't said about Ricardo Sanchez a whole lot either.
Well, he knew. He knew.
Yeah.
And not only that, struck out looking on all 3 pitches.
Mm-hmm.
He only swung once.
So now it's Croson. Yeah, Sanchez with a .486 on base percentage with the Pitt State University Gorillas this season. Gorillas.
Oh my goodness.
Not enough gorillas in sports.
Oh my goodness.
Gonna tell you that right now. First pitch to Croson misses inside 1-0. I think of how just awesome a gorilla logo would look.
Yeah, I mean, I will say, I think some of these names like the Cactus Rats or whatnot, they're trying a little bit too hard.
Trying to get a little yard goatee.
The Gorillas.
Yeah.
I mean, that's as American as cheese.
As this ball is lined into center field, that'll get down for a base hit. Drops in front of Husu, so Croson has his first hit of the ball game, a 2-out single for the Dawgs.
That was a real nice piece of hitting by Connor Croson. Put it perfectly in play. That was a base hit all day long, all week long. And the Dawgs have a 2-out base runner.
And that'll bring Scansey to the plate. Out of Campbellsville University, Scansey walked and took 2 extra bases on a passed ball in the first inning, but was stranded at third. Looking for the first run of the ball game. Croson with a big lead over at first, and Scansey hits this ball a mile in the air over to left. Campbell is back in front of the track. He will catch it and end the inning. So another scoreless half inning. We go to the fourth. Mike Gould will guide you through the middle part of this ball game next here on FloCollege.
As we wait for a fully loaded Ford Bronco to exit the premises here at Siemens Stadium in one of the sillier on-field promos I've seen all year. The Okotoks Dawgs heading into the top of inning number 4, still embroiled in a scoreless duel with their rival Energy City Cactus Rats, Peter.
Yeah, that is the most eyeballs on a Ford Bronco driving around in a long time.
Yeah, since the 90s, I think.
Yeah.
As the first pitch here from Wessels in the top of the 4th, he is called a strike. He's up against Parker Husu, who had briefly squared up to bunt, but pulled back. It was in the zone anyway. Mike Gould and Peter Klein with you on FloCollege on this Friday night in Okotoks, as pitch number 2 is just a little bit too low for the home plate umpire's liking.
Husu struck out looking back in the first inning. Had a pretty good RBI situation, but went down looking.
Husu certainly the most prolific batter on this team, and he's going to live up to that name right now with a leadoff single here in the top of the 4th.
Yeah, the way Husu can hit, if you're Wessels, I think you will live with a single over the right side. He hits balls very, very hard. Got out in front of that one just a little bit. Looked like he got it on the end of the bat and just kind of like lacrosse hooked it across, but still able to get on base for another base hit here for the Cactus Rats.
And that'll bring up Marcus Frangel, who flew out to right to end the top half of the first inning. Again, as you mentioned, Klein, when the Cactus Rats were threatening to open this game with a run. And now Frangel's second time up. He kicks it off by looking at a pitch that is well outside.
Yeah, Frangel flew out to right field in his last at bat, but certainly has some pop in that bat that'll make you a little bit concerned here. So Wessels has to mind his P's and Q's, down to the count 1-0.
That one is in there. Count moves even, and now a throw over to first. Relatively nonchalant there from Grant behind the plate, as if he was trying to deke out Husu there, and ended up being a little bit off base for Kroll.
That looked like the Patrick Mahomes no-look pass. It looked like he was looking to Wessels and just kind of darted it to the side over to Kroll.
And now a pickoff attempt, but Kroll doesn't even bother to try and tag him out. Wasn't really in time. 1-1 still the count.
Husu with a few stolen bases, had 11 with Arizona Western Community College, sorry.
A lot of community colleges down in Arizona.
Mm-hmm.
2-1. Oh, go ahead.
Sorry, I was just going to say, including the Matadors of Arizona Western Community College.
That's another great team name. So good. There's so many words that are available. The thing about the English language is that it's full of words.
Yeah, lots of words.
And there's so many great team names to come out of there. I just don't think you need to make a Cactus rap. Come on. 2-1 the count. Swung on and put to short. Sanchez scoops it up over to second. And now to first. In time. 2 outs. 1 play. It's a double play. And there's 2 away here in the fourth.
Just fantastic all the way around. Ricky Sanchez understanding the urgency required for a play like that. All in one motion, scoops it up, throws it to second. Rose with a very good turn at second base, and Nash Kroll with a beauty of a scoop on the low throw. So full marks all the way around, and now there's 2 away.
Good old 6-4-3 makes it nice and easy. And now Jace Wessels is, we were saying this off Mike Klein. It has been a good outing, I would say, for Wessels, as he's going to give up a single here to center field. But there have been numerous instances already in this game where one of the pitchers on either team has come real close to allowing a run, and it's just been undone at the last moment, and that's another one right there.
Yeah, I think that you would have, if you sat both pitchers down and both coaches, it would be, didn't have the best stuff today.
And it's 0-0.
It's nothing in the fourth.
Yeah,
it's just one of those games.
Very much so. As now Uno is at the dish with, what am I looking at here? Uno is up.
Uno's at first.
Uno's at first, that's right. Sorry, my website hasn't updated yet.
Yeah.
That is Zach Barnow. Now a pickoff attempt over to first again for Uno. Zach Barnow.
Yes.
Over at home plate right now, waiting for the first pitch to come his way. As well, I was right. All the attention's been over at Uno at first base. But now Barnow swings and misses at that one, and the count moves to 0-1. Yeah, we didn't really have even time to properly introduce Uno, who hit that single on the first pitch he saw from Wessels, and is now on base here in the top of the fourth with 2 away. And now Barnow, who is 0-1, another pickoff attempt over towards Uno. All sorts of action happening seemingly concurrently here in the top of the fourth.
Barnow has a ton of pop in that bat. We saw that in the first of the flyout to right field. He hit about as far as you can without getting it out.
That one's in there as well. Count moves to 0-2. Barnow this year batting .270, among the leaders on this Cactus Rats team, although, again, the sample is a little bit smaller, only 62 at-bats compared to, say, 149 for Parker Husu. That one, just a little bit low, and the count moves to 1-2.
We'll call that a good take. That's a very, very close pitch to be taking at 0-2, but keeps the at-bat alive.
Perez, Woodcock, and Campbell due up next, potentially in the top of inning number 5, and they test first base again. Uno's really getting that jersey dirty here.
Barnow this year with Regis University Rangers hitting 5 home runs with a .364 batting average in 39 games.
I don't know if it's true, but I'm choosing to believe that Regis University is named after Regis Philbin.
I could only assume.
And now another sneaky little pickoff attempt. How many is that in this inning? Over towards Uno at first base.
Yeah, that jersey's going to be worn out by the end of this half inning.
Well, another one of those nonchalant ones from behind the plate.
At this point, you have to run just to stick it to him.
2-2, swung on, popped towards right. It's going to be shallow, and running in and making the play in plenty of time is Zane Scansey to retire the side. So once again, Energy City ends up threatening. Parker Husu and Ryuichiro Uno both get singles, but that's as far as they'll get. And we head into the bottom of inning number 4 with this game still tied at 0. Send it down to the field level where Will Gardner and Logan Coots will be giving out another technological gizmo. After that, we'll be back to the bottom of the 4th here on FloCollege.
Pull your tickets out. We want to give away a bar fridge. This is a retro style bar fridge, 4.5 cubic inch capacity, sleek, stylish, retro design, and it comes with a built-in bottle opener on the side. Now, I'm looking around. I'm not sure there are very many people here that could use a bar fridge. Let me hear it. Logan, at extreme peril to your personal safety, please draw a ticket.
498 901. 498 901.
498-901. Alex and Kate, thank you for bringing that bar fridge out. They are going to start walking now and deliver that to your home. Thank you very much. We're giving away sound systems later tonight.
And here we are in the bottom half of inning number 4 after a bar fridge has just been handed out here at Siemens Stadium. And the Dogs have their turn. It'll be Logan Grant getting his second attempt of the game. His first time up was in the bottom of inning number 1, where he flew out to center field. And he takes the first pitch he sees here for a ball, 1-0.
Grant still with that batting average over 300 at 304, coming off of an all-star performance, and has been just fantastic with the Dogs this year.
Nash Kroll and Jake Skaggs due up next as Grant is now ahead 2-0. Be a real good time for a no-out base runner here in the bottom of inning number 4, and this game still stuck even at 0-0. 2-0 again, not competitive. And Grant is well ahead in the driver's seat here.
That's been the thing. Kroll had the leadoff walk in the second, but Scanzi getting on base in the first and Croson getting on base in the third, both with 2 outs. So it'd be nice to get that leadoff man aboard for the Dogs.
That one is perhaps generously called a strike, and the count moves to 3-1.
Trying to tee that up there, almost set it up perfectly, but umpire stepped on my setup.
It is what it is. Grant's another one of those Bellevue University products that populate this Dogs lineup, and now that is a very easy layoff for number 35 as he'll make the trot over to first base.
Yeah, Grant with a good sense of the strike zone with a .421 on base percentage with Bellevue this year. That's his 11th walk of the season, and now a runner on for Nash Kroll.
Number 44.
Nash Kroll up for the second time here today. He walked his first time up and was thrown out trying to steal home his last time. I should be a little bit more charitable to Nash. He wasn't trying to steal home. He was improperly directed to try and advance to home after a double from Aiden Rose. And although Nash Kroll has improved his base running quite a bit this season, he was never, and I say never, going to get home on that particular play.
Yeah, on that one, I don't know if the truck that was driving around here before could get home in time. That was a well-executed relay from Energy City, and the throw was waiting for him at home.
Yeah, I think just a signal from the third base coach that probably shouldn't have been given. But nevertheless, we can all look back and assign blame. Kroll is looking forward with one on base. And now the runner goes, and Kroll hammers this one toward left field. And it is gone! A two-run home run for Nash Kroll. And it's a
That is typical Nash Kroll. Gets the first pitch that he can see to drive, and he absolutely nails this ball. Looking toward the corner, the only question was, would it stay fair? It did, and the Dawgs power hitter gives Okotoks the lead here in the fourth.
Well, that's a better way to come to home base, I would say, for Nash Kroll. An absolute killer shot, and this game has been broken open in the bottom half of inning number 4.
It's the big hit that both teams have been looking for, that admittedly both teams have thought they have had at various points in this one, but Nash finally able to break through, as you said, with home run number 6.
Well, yeah, both teams have been lining up the dominoes, and in the last second, they pulled them away. And that time, they all just sort of fell over in sequence, and sometimes you just line them up, you knock them down. The Dawgs were able to do it right there. And now Jake Skaggs, who is no slouch in his own right, is up here with the Dawgs now enjoying a 2-0 lead. He's ahead in the count 1-0. Squares down to bunt, and that is beautifully executed by Jake Skaggs, and he makes it to first without a throw. Fantastic work there from number 3, and the Dawgs have another no-out base runner.
You couldn't have rolled it out there any better. That is exactly where you want that to be, just in a little triangle where it is not easy for the catcher, pitcher, or third baseman to make that play. And by the time they were able to get to that baseball, Skaggs had already run through first base.
Boy, that was even more exciting than the home run was.
Yeah.
Eric Matchey now up in a nice high leverage situation here. Matchey flew out to left his last time. Now look out, a runner breaks, and he's in with plenty of time to spare. Jake Skaggs steals second.
21st stolen base of the year for Skaggs, and the Dawgs obviously have picked something up here in trying to run. We've seen a few attempts where guys have had a pretty good jump, and that was another one. Skaggs doesn't always need a great jump to get the stolen base, but he gets it there, and got there with relative ease. So now a chance for an add-on run for the Dawgs with a guy in scoring position.
Eric Matchey's only at 1 home run on the year and 14 RBI. Now would be a real good time to add to either or both of those totals. Behind the count 0-1, and now Fajal will take a little bit of a breather. Matchey, a product of Illinois State University, he has had exactly 100 at-bats this year, and he's gotten exactly 27 hits. That one is not that close, and the count moves even.
Interesting, you have Uno over at second base. He is playing pretty close to the bag with Skaggs at second. And even with dancing away from it as the pitcher goes into his windup, he's not really getting back into what would be a traditional second base territory. So there's a lot of room if Matchey can get it over to the right side.
Just on the inside corner for a called second strike.
And with the speed that you have with Skaggs, if this ball touches outfield grass at all, Skaggs is probably scoring on it.
Big pitch here with Eric Matchey behind in the count 1-2. Long look over to Skaggs. And now this one is popped over into right field. Wonder if Skaggs will make a run for it. He will. And the throw is not going to be in time, and Skaggs takes third.
Mission accomplished for Matchey. With nobody out, you take a good swing at a ball, try to get it over to that right side. If nothing else, it allows a very speedy runner to get 90 feet away. And you mentioned before, Mike, there have been a couple of issues with pitcher-to-catcher pitches so far in this ball game. And now the pressure on even more, and I would imagine that will be a topic of discussion as the Energy City pitching coach comes out to have a word.
Yeah, a couple of arms warming up over to our left, including another righty. Hard to see a number from here. Aiden Rose is up next for the Dawgs, and as we all remember, he doubled to end the inning his last time up.
Yes, yeah, he was the he was the one who hit it when Nash Kroll was thrown out by about 45 feet on his way home. So he was able to avoid that issue on his next at bat. But yeah, it was a very well hit ball. And look, if he does that again, at least one is scoring. And with the speed of Matchey at first, you might get a couple.
Well, and just to put it in perspective, well, Matchey's out, but I will say.
Oh, apologies. Yeah, sorry.
What I will say is that, you know, the thing with that play with Rose and Kroll, you know, the left fielder had the ball in his hand before Kroll even made it to third. And I just don't understand whether it was a mix-up in communication or what happened there. Curl goes, and it just it was one of the saddest exchanges I've seen between a catcher and a runner in some time. Just sort of saying, "Okay, I got you."
Yeah,
And, yes, you do.
this Dawgs team is well known for being aggressive on the base paths, and unfortunately, sometimes that does lead to rather obvious calls for the home plate umpire.
Aiden Rose watches one sort of flutter in there for a called strike, 0-1.
But that was a very hard hit ball by Rose in the second inning. If he's able to hit that ball with that type of velocity again, good things are going to happen.
No kidding. Rose is batting .298 on the season. And that one just a hair low, 1-1.
Rose, one of the players that we've been able to watch kind of grow over the years here at Siemens Stadium, going back to the days with Dawgs Black, Dawgs Red. Now flirting with 300.
Rose pops this one into the seats. I should actually mention, pardon me, Rose was .298. He's .308 now, so that's a little bit better on his rap sheet.
Fun with small sample sizes with batting average.
Love it.
Love to see those numbers jump after a year we had a .336 on base percentage with UBC.
1-2 for Rose. And he thinks about it, doesn't go, bounces out of the glove of the catcher, and the first base umpire says, no swing, 2-2.
That was a bit of an awkward one for Woodcock there. It looked like he was expecting that to take a bit of a ricochet up into the chest pad the way he went over, and it just stayed on the ground. Luckily for him, he kept the glove down low, or else another run is getting through.
2-2. Fouled again. Rose stays alive. He's now faced, let's count him, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pitches.
Yeah, he's certainly not an easy out up at home plate. He is very confident in the two-strike approach. Just 15 strikeouts in 26 games this season. He is certainly someone who is capable of battling up there.
2-2. Fouled again. This one will very much find the seats. Looks like the top 3 rows or so over by section 109, I believe.
Yeah, he's a little frustrated with that one. It was a breaking ball up in the zone, the type of pitch that you really want to be able to drive. He waited on it and waited just a touch too long, so just fouled it off.
I'm going to say it again. 2-2. Swung on in line toward left field. Will this stay fair? Yes, it will! Aiden Rose drives home a run. It's 3-0 Dawgs, and now the throw gets away, and Rose is going to make the play for third base. How about this one? And Aiden Rose takes the base runner's spot over at third, and the Dawgs take a 3-0 lead.
Yeah, Rose is just bullying that left field line today, able to drop that one just inside, and then aggressive right out of the box, made a at least convincing turn from first into second base, forcing the throw. It was a bit rushed and off target, and with Rose already making his way that direction anyway, easily gets to third base, and that is going to spell the end of the day for Fijal.
Yep, looks like it'll be another righty coming to the game. We'll see if we can make out his jersey number from here. Thankfully, I've got my trusty binoculars.
Not exactly the easiest jerseys to make numbers out on.
No, the neon green and blue combination with pinstripes. Even harder when he's jogging. He's bouncing up and down in the air.
And he's holding the glove over where the number on the front would be.
I can't even train my binoculars on him, really. Let's see, where are we at here?
Specifically doing that just so you can't see who it is.
Oh, the first number's a 9. I can see that much. Oh, and it's the only number, I think. So, what are we looking at here?
Oh, we are looking at, well, that's
somebody.
Absolutely not right.
It's going to be Connor Phillips.
All right.
Product of Vancouver, BC, 6'4", 210 righty. So he's a big boy up there on the mound and attends Eastern Arizona. And that's all I got for right now.
This will be his 9th appearance of the season. He's 1-1 with a 1.42 ERA. 12 2/3 innings pitched, and this will be rather important with a runner over at third base. 22 strikeouts in the 12 2/3 innings to just 10 walks. His one win came against Swift Current on June 26th. where he went an inning giving up a run and struck out one with the win. His last outing, in a 16-14 loss to Brooks, he went 2 shutout innings, walking 2, striking out 4.
Yeah, if you're going to use relievers as mercenaries here in this sort of situation, you can do a lot worse than bringing in a guy who's played in 8 games and has 2 earned runs. How about that?
Yeah, that'll do.
I mean, this is a league where teams regularly give up 15 or more. And 2 earned runs in 8 games. That's, I mean, granted, only, 12 2/3 innings pitched. That's still pretty darn impressive.
Yeah, you get the ERA that starts with 1. Things have been going well for you.
Well, unless it's a 10. But.
Well, yes, that's fair. Which we also have seen at various different points.
We certainly have.
One of the runs he gave up was against the Dawgs back on June 14th. He gave up a run in a 3-2 Okotoks win here at Siemens Stadium. So now Steve Elsner looking to take advantage with the runner over at third. They're flashing up E7 on the board. I would imagine it's a single for Rose and then a 2-base throwing.
That is indeed how it has been credited in our database. Elsner's 0 for 1 tonight. First pitch he sees is in there for a called strike.
All right, so initial reaction, throws hard.
He does throw hard. Elsner's last time up was in the bottom of the 3rd. He led that one off, and he grounded out to shortstop. The 0-1 is thrown hard, as you mentioned, but that one is thrown pretty much straight into the ground. That one's a cricket pitch if I've ever seen one.
It is another one that is looks like a straight up and down kind of arm angle and a bit of a slingshot coming out of it. At least from up here, it looks a bit tricky to pick up.
Connor Phillips, a man who makes full use of his rotator cuff. 1-1 the count. Oh, my. And he hit him. I wasn't sure if that had actually gotten Elsner or not, but he's reacting rather gingerly, as that looked like a pretty hard pitch.
Yeah, that was singing in there. I thought he was able to get out of the way, but it was immediate him going down there, and there was no hold-up from Marcel Rosetto, our home plate umpire. So now the Dogs have runners on the corners, and a pretty good guy to have runners on the corners.
And I believe that is the first batter, sorry, I'm looking at the wrong guy. For Phillips, that is... I'm not sure if that's the first batter he's hit this season. Our page doesn't show it. I'd have to find that out later. Ricky Sanchez is now up in a big spot. Runners on the corners and only 1 away. And he fouls off the first pitch he sees. Sanchez uncharacteristically struck out looking at all 3 pitches his last time up.
Yeah, that is not something that you are used to seeing with Ricardo Sanchez. And like I said before, it looks like he's trying to drive the ball a little bit more. That was a harder swing, and obviously this is a situation that would call for it as a fly ball brings in another run.
Yeah, maybe Sanchez and Kroll had a discussion before the game. Hey, Ricky, maybe you should do your best take on my batting style here today. Just wait until you find the right pitch and try to mash it. And sometimes that works.
Worked for Kroll with the home run earlier this inning.
Sure did. Ricky's now behind 0-2 again. I mean, you don't really often see that. But
no. Still someone who trusts that 2-strike approach, but certainly doesn't have to use it as often as he has tonight.
3 runs scored for the Dogs here in the bottom half of this inning. The 0-2 pitch. Oh, wow. He almost hit him again.
From up here, that looked closer to Sanchez than the Elsner one did.
It did.
Obviously, our perspective is a little off-center, but that one was high and tight with a bit of movement on it as well.
That one was certainly not as fast or as thrown as hard as the last one was, and now a pickoff attempt, not really all that close. Elsner scurries back in plenty of time.
Last time Sanchez was hit by a pitch was on the 25th of June against Brooks.
Sanchez trying to take advantage of this situation here. He's behind in the count 1-2. And he strikes out again. Don't see that too often. Ricky Sanchez swings through that one. And that'll bring up Connor Croson in a high leverage situation.
Looks like there's some pretty good movement on that pitch down and in. It doesn't look like it's enough depth to be a slider. I would guess a bit of a cut fastball that was able to get Ricky Sanchez to strike out there. And as we talked about, that is a very big part of the Phillips experience. And now he's looking for another one with 2 away and Connor Croson up at the dish.
Croson is no slouch in his own right. His last time up in the bottom half of inning number 3, he singled to center field. Was ultimately stranded. Now another pickoff attempt towards Steven Elsner is unsuccessful yet again.
Last time Sanchez struck out twice was July 8th against Lethbridge.
What year?
Yeah, you don't see a lot of twos in that column. He's only done it twice this season.
First pitch to Croson. Bit of a looper there that is nowhere close. And now a runner goes, another runner goes, cannot score, another runner goes. Look at this. So out of all that, Elsner goes from first to third, and 8 in a row scores on a series of botched throws.
It was a hesitated, or a delayed steal, I should say, from Elsner, who waited on that breaking pitch and basically didn't go until the catcher Woodcock had the ball. He makes the break for it, and because you're not expecting it, the throw is a little bit offline, so it's a tough relay to get back for Shindo, and so that forces the wild throw home and allows Elsner to switch spots with Rose.
Wow. Next pitch to Croson, again, not really all that close, and Phillips must be thinking, what is going on right now? As the Dogs have hung 4 runs now on Energy City in the bottom of the inning with the same number.
This is a little bit more the type of inning that you were expecting, with, the way that some of the innings were going so far. Just how this one went, and finally Okotoks able to break through.
Well, they're finally appreciating their fans on Fan Appreciation.
Yeah, exactly.
Croson swings right through that one. The count moves to 2-1.
Yeah, Nash Kroll gave everyone a lot to cheer about with the home run earlier this inning, and now he's a couple batters away from getting a chance to do that again.
That was this inning?
That was this inning.
Oh, man. Gone on for a while here.
Yeah, we're on pace for a bit of a quicker one. That pace has certainly slowed over the last little bit here.
Just a little bit. 2-1. Not close. 3-1.
Croson with the very good eye up at home plate. Always has had that here with Okotoks. 23 walks this season.
Dogs looking to extend their lead to 5 runs here. Match the number of hits they have tonight. 3-1 to Croson. He is just a little bit in there. Just a little bit in there. That's the way you say it.
Yep.
As the count moves to 3-2. Thought it was just a little bit inside, but no, we never know from up here.
It's a nice breaking pitch that apparently did catch the inside corner.
3-2. That one was just a little bit inside, but it was swung on and put foul by Connor Croson.
Croson seemed to be a little bit concerned that he may have broken his bat on that one. Able to turn on that pitch and pull it foul, but it's another breaking ball inside, and it seems like Phillips really is working these batters on the inside part of the plate, and certainly has trust in his breaking pitch, throwing it back-to-back times with 3 balls to Croson.
Well, isn't that why they call it a breaking ball? Because it breaks bats? And there's the 4th ball as Croson will take the first base.
His breaking ball certainly would meet that standard, I would say, yes, as it would be breaking some bats. We won't get to see if the bat was truly broken, as Croson didn't have to swing it, and now the 9th man comes to the plate for the Dogs here in the 4th.
Runners on the corners yet again. Zane Scansey will get his turn here. As you mentioned, Klein, the Dogs have batted around now here in this 4th inning.
Yeah, I think the 1st and 3rd graphic on our scoreboard is just going to be burned onto the screen for the rest of the game. We've had that a lot here.
Yeah, we sure have. Runners on the corners, now 2 away. Scansey is 0 for 1 with a walk tonight, and now he will foul the first pitch he sees here.
Croson not necessarily known for base stealing. He does have 6 steals on the season, but I wouldn't be surprised, given how the last time went, I wouldn't be surprised to see him try another one here.
Croson on first, Elsner on 3rd, and Scansey at home. This one is laid off, but it's right in there for a called strike, 0-2.
It's a really good breaking ball, dropping that in. And when you have to worry about that type of movement with a guy who throws as hard as at least it looks like Phillips does, that can mess with a hitter.
So a big pitch here from Phillips. Can he limit the damage? Not immediately, and now Croson goes, and he's going to get himself caught out in a rundown. More activity on the base pass. Now a throw home. Save! You have gotta be kidding me. Steven Elsner scores after Connor Croce gets himself stuck in no man's land, and the Dawgs have taken a 5-0 lead on 5 hits.
For all the Nash Kroll thrown out by a lot at home plate, you get a lot of these as well. The Dawgs are going to put a lot of pressure on you on the bases, and they force Perez into a decision, tries to get him out at home. That is exactly what Croson was going for when he got caught up in that pickle.
What a heads-up play. Unbelievable. And now he hits him. What is going on here in Okotoks in the bottom half of this 4th inning, Peter?
Basically everything. Everything is happening in this inning as Phillips throws that one off of the toe of Scansey. But yes, the Dawgs pressure has been able to break through with Logan Grant coming up for his 2nd at-bat of the inning now, as the wheels have fallen off a little bit for Energy City. And I think for Phillips, obviously, the stuff is good. He's been a pitch away from getting out of this a couple of times. I think a couple deep breaths, try to get that composure and just focus on the batter right now with 2 gone.
Grant walked his last time up and came around to score. And now he'll line one up the middle, right to second, and the side is finally retired. Well, the Dawgs send 10 batters up to home plate in this inning, and they score 5 of them. After 4 innings here in Okotoks, the Dawgs have opened up a big, big lead as we head into the top half of inning number 5. Mike Gould and Peter Klein with you on FloCollege. Will this craziness continue? We'll find out right after this. Well, if the rest of the game proceeds at the same pace as the last half inning, we're going to be here until next Tuesday. But the Dawgs are hoping that they can take Energy City pretty quickly here in the top of inning number 5 after they put up 5 in the bottom of the 4th. And they have brought themselves ahead by 5 here in this Friday night game, Peter. It is still Jace Wessels on the mound facing off against Perez for Energy City as the Cactus Rats look to claw back from what is ballooned into an enormous deficit here at Siemens Stadium.
Yeah, if the rest of the innings go as slowly as that last one, then in terms of time of play, we will probably go longer than the doubleheader that was here yesterday.
Yes, we will. As that one is fouled back by Perez and the count moves to 1-2. The Dawgs batted around in the bottom half of inning number 4. They sent 10 batters to home plate, and 5 of them came all the way around the full 360, and they made it home to score a run. The Dawgs and Energy City both have 5 hits in this game. Energy City is rocking a 0% hit-to-run conversion rate. And for the Dawgs, it hasn't been quite as straightforward as that. They've scored a lot of runs based on walks and errors and what have you, but it's 5 and 5 in both columns.
Yes, yeah, it looks nice and tidy. It was a bit of a unique journey to get to that spot with a couple hit by a pitch, a few walks in there, a big fly from Nash Kroll, and a whole lot of stolen base attempts leading to chaos.
So something's going on that EC side of the scoreboard. The 5 in the error column is backwards. as the pitch is inside there on Perez. The count moves to full, 3-2. Yeah, only 2 errors so far for Energy City, at least 2 recorded errors, but I don't know. I think they've been outfoxed by the Dawgs more than 2 times.
Yeah, it's that pressure the Dawgs can put on you on the bases.
Check swing, no go, and a free base granted to Perez.
Well, and if you're looking to get back into a ball game, a leadoff walk is a good way to do that. So Perez finds his way aboard. And as we mentioned before, Wessels doesn't do that a whole lot, as he in this year only had 4 walks coming into this game, and with Bellevue this year, a whip of 1.04 helped him earn 2025 first team All NSAA honors.
First pitch there is in there for a called strike. Yeah, leadoff walks seem to work out pretty well for the Dawgs in the bottom of the 4th, so we'll see if maybe we'll get another look at the Energy City batter later on in this inning, maybe a second time. That one is a check swing that is certainly a called strike.
Yeah, that's one where my dad would say if he would have hit it, it would have been a double. That was basically as full of a swing as you can get with it still being a check swing, and now Wessels has the whole arsenal with him at 0-2.
Play ball would look pretty good right about now, and it's close, but it's instead going to be a single right up the gut, and there's 2 on with none away here in the top of the 5th.
Tough one there for Wessels. Gets ahead in the count 0-2 and makes a good pitch, but Woodcock able to just bring the hands in and get some pretty good lumber on it, hitting it back up the middle, and all of a sudden now, first and second with nobody out, and Campbell, who absolutely jumped on the first pitch of the at-bat in his last at-bat going for a double, is up again here.
Well, and congratulations in order for Tommy Woodcock as he records his first WCBL hit, the pride of Rexburg, Idaho.
Yes.
We did some research earlier on in the game. We discovered that the local sports teams in Rexburg, not in fact having anything to do with dinosaurs or anything of the sort. The high school teams there are the Bobcats. Seems like a missed opportunity. But for Woodcock, he gets his first WCBL hit after walking 5 times and striking out 5 times. So nice to maybe get a little bit more variance on the old stat sheet.
Yeah, the on-base percentage was looking okay, but tried to get that batting average up a little bit, and that was finally able to do so.
Up to 100.
There you go.
In 10 tries. And that will bring up Campbell, who did get a hit his last time up. Campbell actually doubled to center to lead off the top of the 3rd, but ended up being caught stealing over at third base in one of the numerous head-scratching decisions made by this Energy City team. Campbell goes to try and bunt, and he got a piece of the ball, but not enough, and it's a strike.
Yeah, I mean, that's certainly a situation that would call for it with the top of the order coming up. You get your number 9 hitter to move the runners to second and third. I know that sacrifice bunts aren't always the most popular in the stats community, but this is certainly a situation that generally would call for it, even if your number 9 hitter tattooed one off the wall in his last at bat.
And that one's in there as well. 0-2.
And now the strategy changes because you're not going to bunt with 2 strikes. So Campbell now going to have to try to salvage the at bat, and we'll see if Wessels can find the out pitch that he was looking for last time.
Wessels has thrown 65 pitches here today. 40 have been strikes. The biggest jam he's faced so far, though. In there for a called 3rd strike, and there's 1 away, and Campbell is none too thrilled with that one.
Just absolutely paints the outside corner, and that's something we kind of talked about before. The Dawgs trying to get those strikeouts and those chases low and away, and so if you're a Cactus Rat player up there, you see the ball start to trend to the outside. All right, I know this movie, seen it before, going to take it, maybe give up on it, and they're able to sneak it in on the back door for a big first out of the inning.
That'll bring up Senji Umezawa, who is 0 for 1 with a walk here today. And the first pitch that Umezawa sees is just a little bit high and outside.
Yeah, Umezawa was thrown out at home plate back in the first inning after walking to lead off the ball game. Then grounded out on a sharp hit to third in the 3rd.
A game just replete with crazy outcomes on the base paths.
I would agree with you if I knew what that meant.
1-0, and Umezawa swings and fouls off a ball that was headed straight for his shin.
Yeah. All right, well, he's a good golfer because that ball was basically where it would be teed up. But you're right, most guys would move out of the way, but Umezawa getting some pretty good contests on that too.
Saw something he liked. And the count moves to 1-1.
Yeah, it wasn't just a weak one over there. He put some lumber on that.
Umezawa thought about that one, didn't go around. Count moves to 2-1. Energy City now out hitting the Dawgs in this game, 6-5. But unfortunately for them, that is completely irrelevant when determining who wins the ball game. Umezawa, last time up, was able to ground out to second base, or pardon me, to third base. This time he swings and misses. And now the count moves back even to 2-2.
This year with Sussex County, Umezawa with 4 home runs, hit .312 with 24 runs batted in.
One of 3 Japanese batters in the Energy City lineup here today, the others being Shindo and Uno. That one bounces up to the plate. Nice block by Logan Grant, and the count moves even. Or pardon me, moves full.
Yeah, nice eye up there at home plate. Umezawa with a .491 on base percentage this season with the Sussex Skylanders.
That's a good name.
Yeah, I like that a lot. I don't know what it is, but I like that.
Skylanders, wow. Full count. Low. And the bases are loaded here with 1 away in the top of inning number 5. And the Cactus Rats 1 well-placed swing away from coming within 1 run.
Yeah, the Skylander is going to land his way onto first base after that pitch missed. And now Shindo, who had a single in his first plate appearance, has a chance to get right back into this ball game.
And now we're going to see a bit of a visit here to Jace Wessels, and we're going to see a new pitcher. I believe so.
Yeah, they're looking down, and the new pitcher already making his way into the ball game.
I do want to have a word with whichever member of the Dawgs front office designed these uniforms, because you can't read the numbers on them.
Mm-hmm.
In any event, Jace Wessels will get a nice ovation as he heads back to the dugout after making it through 4 1/3. Allowing no runs, but there are 3 on base that are his responsibility, so we'll see what happens here.
Yeah, I think Wessels would tell you it wasn't his best stuff today, but to be able to battle through that and leave with your team in a spot where you're up 5-0, that's a pretty good day at the ballpark. And now passing it off to the next man out of the bullpen. But yes, no, a petition to get all baseball jerseys to have the number on the front so we can see who it is out on the mound from the booth. But they flashed up on the board that it is Brody Forno who is coming into the ball game now for the Okotoks Dawgs. Obviously, Forno, someone who is very familiar around these parts, has accomplished a lot, including being a pinch runner in the All-Star game, running straight through a stop sign and scoring in that game in the downpour here at Siemens Stadium.
Well, the Italian phrase al forno refers to any dish that is baked or cooked in the oven. And I would imagine Brody Forno's got some pretty good stuff cooking here today, as he's been given a pretty tough assignment.
Yes, yeah, this is going to be a bit of a jam to work his way out of, with the bases loaded and Shindo coming up to the plate. For Forno, this is his 11th appearance of the season. He has 5 starts, 1-0 with a 4.78 ERA, 32 innings pitched, 21 strikeouts, 12 walks. His last appearance, he gave up 1 earned run in an inning against Brooks, 1 hit, 1 walk, while facing 5.
With a name like that, I thought his record would be 4-0.
He was able to get that in 2023.
That's good. He wears number 4, appropriately so.
Mm-hmm.
And now he's going up against Ten Shindo, who is an excellent contact hitter. So the Dawgs will need to be wary here of various different potential outcomes. This ball could be going anywhere if it goes off of Shindo's bat.
Yeah, Shindo hitting .261 coming into the ball game. As mentioned before, had a home run early last month against Brooks. 21 runs batted in. You have some speed out there as well, with Umezawa over at first anyway. Perez at third, Woodcock at second.
So, first pitch coming up from Brody Forno, another Campbellsville University product on this Dawgs team. Just a little bit outside. You can see the home plate umpire shaking his head. Count goes to 1-0.
The attempted frame there by Grant, trying to catch it and just slide it over a little bit, but that was a no-sell on that one.
Big moment here. 1-0. Same spot, outside.
4-0 this year with Campbellsville. Got into 13 games, 44 and a third innings pitched. He had 48 strikeouts. ERA was over 7, but still a pretty strong season for him with the more strikeouts than innings pitched.
Big pitch here, 2-0. High. And the Dawgs are 1 ball away from walking in a run.
It's a good take there from Shindo. You're in a spot with the bases loaded and your team needing a big hit. That fastball up looks like a very hittable pitch, but to be able to take that and put yourself in a good spot, very good eye up there.
This will probably be a pretty appealing pitch for him. It was, and it's in there for a strike.
Yeah, definitely taking all the way if he's letting that one go. That one was right down Broadway and lays that one off.
Pretty good heat behind it there. 3-1 now. Fouled, and the count moves full.
Yeah, there was some zip coming off of that one as well, and Sindo able to just get a piece of it and foul that one away. So a ton of velocity there from Forno. You now know you've sped the guy up a little bit. Do you have confidence in the breaking pitch to try to mess him up a little bit?
What's coming out of the pizza oven here for Brody Forno? It's a strikeout, and there's 2 away here in the top of inning number 5.
Excellent job battling back in that at-bat. Was down 3-0 in the count and able to just go all gas, no brakes, 3 in a row to sit him down and get a massive second out of the inning.
How many bullets the Dawgs gonna dodge here today? A huge opportunity now at the sacrifice no longer in play. 2 outs and the count back to 0s. First pitch to Parker Husu coming up here. Swung on and popped him up. Going right over towards second base. Aiden Rose gets him out of the jam. And the Dawgs still up 5-0 heading to the bottom of the 5th. Mike Gould, Peter Klein here as the Dawgs managed to dodge their way out of another absolutely crazy predicament. And we'll be back after this at Siemens Stadium on FloCollege.
Please welcome our social media coordinator, Ashley, to the field. Ashley, in the big way. Now, when I say multi-talented, she works a t-shirt gun, she handles ticketing, phones, all kinds of things around here. Ashley, thanks for all your great work. And a round of applause for Trey Macwood. Now, Trey is holding our next prize up for grabs. Pull out your raffle tickets. You're going to want this soundbar with a wireless subwoofer. It's Dolby Sound. It gives you ideal home entertainment, surround sound, full 3-range speakers, 2 tweeters, a wireless subwoofer. It is absolutely amazing. And Logan and I are going to ask Ashley to draw the ticket for us. All right, Ashley. Logan, read that number.
498-803. 498-803.
All right, Ashley. Hey, Ashley, let's give away another one of those sound bars. We got 2 of them. Grab your tickets, Ashley.
498-781. 498-781.
498-781. Ashley, thank you. Trey, thank you. Fans, thank you. Our next prize, a 65-inch television.
Now Kroll is up next, and he hit a 2-run home run in the previous inning, the bottom of the 4th. Unfortunately, that option is not available to him now as a leadoff hitter, but he could still hit a solo shot if he really wanted to. So we'll see what the Dawgs can muster up here in the bottom of the 5th. Mike Gould, Peter Klein with you. The Dawgs have set the bar high here tonight. And Kleiner, can they add to it? here in the bottom of the 5th.
This is a really fun matchup now with Phillips, who throws a lot of heat, and Nash Kroll, who hits heat a long way. This is going to be a fun at bat.
First pitch to Kroll. Bit of an off-speed pitch. He is going to be dinged with a strike there.
Yeah, Nash just asking if that was called on the swing or if it was a strike all the way. I believe they just called it based on the pitch's location, not if Nash swung or not.
You know what? I almost, because he checked it, I almost wonder if it glanced off the bat.
May have.
I
The
think-
way it bounced back out
Yeah.
after may have.
I think that might be what happened. Next pitch. Nice off speed. It was pretty nice, but just a little bit too high.
A power curveball, basically, is what that looked like, looping down in there. But a good take there from Kroll, and it's 1-1.
Pretty tantalizing stuff. Kroll has a ton of power. He's hit 6 home runs now this season. And he sends this one out to right field. This one is carrying, but it is caught by Franjul as he approached the track. 1 away.
Got a pitch up and away, didn't try to do too much with it, goes the other way. That's what you want to do. Had Franjul turned around a little bit, but he was able to make the play and get out number 1.
That'll bring up Jake Skaggs, who is 1-2 with a strikeout here tonight. He came around to score in the bottom of the 4th. Skaggs singled up the middle his last time up, which followed that 2-run shot by Nash Kroll.
And he started the base running exhibition that the Dawgs put on in the last inning with the steal of second base as well.
That's right.
So one that Phillips would rather not have to deal with on the bases.
His first time facing Skaggs here tonight, and his first pitch is a strike right down the middle.
Skaggs now with 21 stolen bases on the season.
That one, similar pitch, but a little bit lower, and it's a ball. Count moves even.
Yeah, you can see, again, just a ton of velocity on those pitches, but a couple missed low and in. So we'll see that breaking ball he's thrown it in all counts. This would be the time to do it.
Skaggs, a Pittsburgh State University product, just like Ricky Sanchez. He sends this one out towards the berm. A massive humanity over there to our left tonight. A packed crowd
Yeah.
at Siemens Stadium tonight.
Can barely see any grass over there. There's a lot of people.
A lot of ball caps.
Yes. And a few kids running over after where that ball landed. I think there's a bit of a scrum going on for her right now.
Skaggs from Walnut Grove, Missouri. I would assume he grew up a Cardinals fan.
Woo.
And that one is in there for a called strike. Pulled the string gorgeously, and there's 2 away in the bottom of the 5th.
That pitch looked like a ball for about 55 feet of its existence, and then it just drops right into the zone. That is some filth coming out of the hand of Phillips. And like I said, we have to deal with the velocity that he has, and then the breaking pitches like that. It is quite the mix for the hard-throwing righty that has tried to tame this Dawgs team in the last inning and a bit.
Well, I got a piece of trivia for you here, Klein.
Oh.
Only 2 members of the Dawgs batting order have not reached base tonight. Eric Matchey is one of them,
Okay.
and Ricky Sanchez is the other.
As you would predict in a game like this. Yeah, that's generally not the case for Ricky Sanchez.
Just bizarre.
Yeah. Or for Matchy, really. And he's had a couple well-hit balls to the outfield tonight.
Matchey ahead in the count 1-0.
So many possibilities. Matchy there. He's ahead in the count 1-0, looking for his first hit of the ball game. He is looking for that fastball to try to drive it. When you can drop that breaking ball in for a strike to get you back into the count, it just makes life so much easier.
Yeah, Phillips seems to be a lot more confident when he's not dealing with a horrible situation like the one he was put into in the 4th. And he blows that one by Matchy for another strike, 1-2.
Yeah, who knew? That
Yeah.
not coming in with the bases loaded or what? I think it was first and third either way. It was a tense situation. Being able to have empty bases just makes life a little easier.
Phillips has not been charged with an earned run here tonight. The 1-2. Matchy stays alive, fouls it toward the Energy City dugout. On the out-of-town scoreboard tonight, a huge 2-run home run for Madison Barger made it a 9-3 Blue Jays loss to the Kansas City Royals. As the Blue Jays continue to slide a little bit. Now it's 64-47 after their big trade deadline day acquisitions. The 1-2. And this one is lined toward the gap in left center, and that one will drop for a base hit.
And talked about how effective that breaking ball is before. It can become tantalizing as a pitcher to try to get that big swing and a miss and a chase on that breaking ball. So you kind of fall in love with it a little bit. And for a hitter as good as Matchy, he's going to pick that up eventually. And he waited on that perfectly, hit a hard ball to left field for his first hit of the ballgame.
Well, it's down to you, Ricky. Aiden Rose up next. He is 2 for 2 here today. Having a real nice game. And the pitch is in the dirt, and this is going to be an easy take as Eric Matchy advances to second without much problem.
Looked like that from Phillips, just tried to overthrow it a little bit. When that happens, you hold on to the ball a touch too long, and it dives right into the dirt. So you have a pitch going very fast that just creates a little divot behind home plate, makes it an easy one to run on for Matchy. So a smart read from him to be able to make that break and get into scoring position now for Rose, who mentioned before has hit the ball hard a couple of times tonight.
Eric Matchy finally gets on base, and he decides to start getting a little greedy as he advances all the way to second. 2 away here in the bottom half of inning number 5. And the next pitch to Rose is a little bit inside, and the count moves to 2-0. Steven Elsner is due up next. He is 0 for 1 tonight, but he did score a run his last time up after being hit by a pitch. 2-0. And this one is sent into left field. Elsner, or Matchy rather, will round third base, and he will get home in plenty of time. Rose advances to second, and the Dawgs have added on another run. 6-0 now in the bottom of the 5th.
And that is where that smart base running from Matchy pays off. If he's still at first base, it's probably first and second for the Dawgs. Instead, he's able to get to second on a ball that didn't get too far away from Woodcock, and Aiden Rose, who has been seeing it really well tonight, gets his third hit of the ball game and drives in a run.
And that will be an earned run against Phillips.
Yes.
As now Elsner, who did not score last time, it was Matchy who rounded third base, my mistake. Elsner is now up at the plate. He, as mentioned, is 0 for 1. His last time, he got a hit in the sense that he got hit by the ball, and he eventually came around to score. And he gets hit again. This time, it plunks him right in the head, and Steven Elsner has been hit twice today.
Yeah, that's not the way he would have wanted it to go, and we talked about changing eye levels before. The first one hit him on the foot. This one catches him right on top of the dome. So the helmets of the Okotoks Dawgs doing their job, as Elsner was able to make his way to first base there. But yeah, probably not the way he would have wanted to get that going, but now it's Ricky Sanchez looking for his first hit of the ball game.
Well, first, Steven Elsner nearly gets erroneously credited with a run scored by yours truly, and then he gets hit in the head with a baseball. Just a rough bottom half of the 5th inning for number 38. And now here comes Ricky Sanchez, trying to reach for the first time here today, or at the very least avoid going 0 for 4 with maybe 3 strikeouts. You don't want that. He's already up to 2. And this is a big situation for Ricky Sanchez, as you don't want to leave Energy City that close, and a bit of a wild pitch here will allow Aiden Rose to take third.
Yeah, the Dawgs, talk about it, very aggressive on the bases, and one of the things they do is they get really good secondary leads. So when that pitch is in the dirt, it is an automatic go for these guys. It is a quick break. If you think about it for even a second, you can't go. But they are immediately going, and they're now, again, in a spot with runners at first and third, which has been very beneficial tonight.
Just a no-brainer. And another low one, and it gets caught in Ricky Sanchez's feet, and he was in no hurry to get out of the way, although Steven Elsner will stay over at first base. I don't remember the last time I saw a batter get hit twice in the same game. That doesn't happen too often.
No. The unique part of it for me is one on the foot, one on the head. That's just covering all the bases.
That second one was almost comical. Mm-hmm. I mean, it was slow.
Made that little...
Yeah, just made that little plonk sound. It looked like something out of a video game almost. And now Sanchez ahead in the count 2-0. And this one is lined straight to second base, and Ricky Sanchez's unfortunate evening continues as he is now 0 for 4, and that will end the inning. The Dawgs do tack on another run as Eric Matchy rounds third base to score off of a single by Aiden Rose, who's having himself one heck of a ball game. And we head to the top half of the 6th inning with the Dawgs leading by that number of runs. Mike Gould and Peter Klein with you as you're watching WCBL action on FloCollege.
For more than 25 years, we've been there, helping Canadians find the extra space they need to grow and to create new memories. Access Storage. Buy Canadian, store Canadian.
Between friends on our four-base third base patio, Okotoks Fun Group on our central outfield four-base patio, and all the amazing sponsors down on our four-base patio celebrating Sponsor Appreciation Night. If you're interested in booking a group event at Stevens Stadium,
Brody Forno still on the mound here as we head to the top of inning number 6. The Dawgs nursing a 6-0 lead over the Energy City Cactus Rats, trying to exact their vengeance for last night's 5-1 loss. Mike Gould and Peter Klein here with you at Siemens Stadium and on FloCollege. As leading off here in the top half of the 6th is Marcus Franjul, looking to break the over. He's 0 for 2 here today.
We talked about in the last inning, Phillips enjoying coming in a bit of a different scenario. I would imagine Forno is pretty happy to not see a cactus rat on every base as he comes out for the 6th inning.
I would say so. It's it has been a bit more fun, I would imagine, coming up in this sort of scenario as compared to the previous one. Although Forno is now behind in the count 2-0. This one is grounded to Sanchez. He'll scoop it up, send it over to Nash Kroll, and plenty of time, and there's one away.
It's a tough one for Franjul. Ahead in the count, you're looking to drive a ball. He got a pitch that he thought he could hit. A little bit late movement forces that one into the ground, and Ricky Sanchez is not going to miss that one. He's not taking his day at the plate out with him onto the field. Able to make the play for the first out.
So Franjul now 0 for 3, and that'll bring up Ryuichiro Uno, who is 1 for 2 here tonight, batting .208 on the season. Uno was a target of innumerable pickoff attempts his last time on base after he singled to center in the top of the 4th. I'm just going to read off the transcript here of Barnow's subsequent at-bat. Pickoff attempt at first base, swinging strike, pickoff attempt to first base, called strike, followed by ball, pickoff attempt at first base, ball, pickoff attempt at first base, and then he flew out to center. And now Uno will give us a chance to maybe relive all that as he singles to left field.
Yeah, he's, look, he's someone that clearly the Dawgs are going to pay attention to when he's out on the bases, and he is out there again. A nice, easy bit of hitting, placing that ball into left field, and you can definitely see some good hit tools with Uno, who's now 2 for 3 in the ballgame.
Well, Uno on the base that matches his name, as there is one out here in the top of inning number 6. One on, and Zach Barnow, who is Uno's follow-up act, he takes the first pitch he sees for a called strike. Barnow from Morgan Hill, California, another municipality I was not familiar with before today's game.
That would make 2 of us, yeah.
Sure, it's a wonderful place. Next pitch, he is swung on, and almost caught by Nash Kroll, and you can tell he really wanted it. Wouldn't that have been something?
Well, it sent everyone diving over there. Nash diving for the ball. Our first base umpire Matt Payne, diving away from the ball, and Uno diving back into first base in case the ball was caught. So everyone over there diving on that ball hit over on the first base side.
Reminds me of that one video from the early 2000s. Everybody do the flop. The 0-2 count now here with Things just continuing to come apart at the seams in Okotoks on this blustery Friday night. 0-2 the count. Ooh, real close. But they're going to call that a ball.
Then another one that Forno put a little bit more oomph on and just pulled it a little bit out of the zone. But yes, a good take from Barnow on that one, low and away.
And that one is in there for a called third strike. And there's 2 away in the top of the 6th.
That's what he's looking for on the first one. Able to bring it in just into the zone, although Barnow continues to disagree as he makes his way back into the dugout over on the third base side, bringing Perez to the plate. But a very, very nice pitch from Forno for out number 2.
So Colton Perez is up for his 3rd time here today. He is 1 for 1 with a walk. First pitch to Perez is a little bit low at the ankles for a ball.
All the attention that Uno has been paid by the Dawgs over at first base. Just a couple stolen bases this year in 24 games, but a little surprised he's not going on any of these.
Perez sends this one to Sanchez. Sanchez over to Nash Kroll in plenty of time, and the side is retired. So the Cactus Rats strand one, but they fail to score for the 6th consecutive half inning. And we will head to the bottom half of the 6th. The Dogs looking to add to their 6-0 lead. Mike and Klein back with you after this on FloCollege.
You can feel the excitement building. The tension makes its way through the stands. As the fans reach into their pockets to pull out their tickets on the next giveaway, which is a 65-inch QLED TV. Let's have a round of applause for Garrett and Anderson helping us out tonight. By the way, once you get this hooked up, they have offered to come to your home and test the TV out with you. This TV comes with AI Sports Mode. It automatically adjusts the picture in town for smooth, lifelike sports action. Joining us on the field as well, mostly because Logan is afraid to draw any more tickets. From the Dawgs Academy in Oregon State, Leo Cote, draw a ticket. All right, Leo, it is a red ticket. Just kidding. Leo, read the number.
504098. 504098.
504098. Congratulations, you won a 65-inch TV. Let's have a round of applause for Leo, for Garrett, for Anderson, and for yourselves, the greatest fans in all of baseball. Stay tuned. We've got a couple of very exciting giveaways coming up.
Designated hitter, number 10, Connor Rosen.
Well, there are very few occasions where I come to Siemens Stadium to broadcast a game and I actually feel like I might be starting to lose my voice. And tonight is actually one of those nights, as the Dogs have had more than their fair share of yell-worthy moments.
Yes.
And we head into the bottom of the 6th, Connor Croson leading things off in a 6-0 ball game in their favor.
Yeah, you've had all the yell-worthy moments
Really?
so far. I had a couple throwouts at home plate, but you've had basically everything so far.
It's been a lot of fun. And here we go with Connor Croson, almost getting plunked Steven Elsner style to kick off his at-bat.
That one, right, like waist height, that's the only spot that Elsner hasn't been hit into.
Yeah, right in the small of your back. And another one. Connor Croson is getting targeted here.
Yeah.
Maybe not. Probably not. But he certainly might feel that way as he's in the batter's box, maybe backing up a little subconsciously. 2-0 is much more agreeable, but not in the zone either, and it's 3-0.
Yeah, I think after the last couple, he is perfectly fine seeing a breaking ball low and away after one came toward the dome. Able to, yeah, you can just do that out there. That's fine.
And Croson feigns a little swing after the fourth ball comes in away from the plate. That was really funny. You could just see him saying, at least give me something to try for.
Yeah.
And he'll take a free base.
Yeah, there wasn't a lot there for him to work with, so a nice, easy first base for him. Croson has been hit this season. He was hit by a pitch twice, actually, against Brooks on July 6th.
And that'll bring up Zane Scansey, who, if you can believe it, here in the bottom of the sixth, in a game that has gone on this long, he's 0 for 1. That was a real nice breaking ball that found its way into the zone.
Yeah, the walk in the first inning for Scansey and then hit by a pitch in the fourth.
Mm-hmm. One that is not all that close, and the count moves back even.
You were talking about the out-of-town scoreboard before. The Blue Jays had their tough time with the Kansas City Royals.
That's right.
New-look bullpen for the Yankees had a tough go. 2 1/3 innings pitched, 9 runs allowed, blowing a 7-run lead against the Marlins. Miami winning on a walk-off 13-12.
That's a shame. Now look out. This one is gonna drop. And that's going to be a single for Zane Scansey on a very, very silly hit.
Hit that one high up into the air, and it just found a Bermuda Triangle out in right field. A tough one for Perez, Uno, and Frangel to get to. Croson obviously had to hold up, worried that ball might be caught. And as it falls in, the Dawgs now have the first 2 aboard, and it's drawing a meeting out of the mound.
We're going to see a pinch runner here, I believe. Not sure who that is over at first base, but it's not Zane Scansey, who just handed off his helmet to one of his teammates. So Scansey is 1 for 2, and he's done today. And it's Caden Williams coming in over at first base. So goodbye, Zane Scansey. Hello, Caden Williams. Well, that was just something to watch, wasn't it? That was just something to behold. As Zane Scansey gets, again, a very silly hit to drop just inside the baseline. And again, another instance of we've seen everything tonight here in Okotoks.
Yeah, that's when it's such a helpless feeling as a fielder. You're going out there and it just feels like no matter how hard you run, you're not getting any closer to it, and the ball just drops in. And now, not that Scansey is a slow runner by any stretch of the imagination, but Williams with a ton of speed over at first base as the Dawgs get a few more guys in the ballgame.
So a new pitcher here for Energy City, wearing number 1, I believe, Hunter Simpson.
That certainly sounded like the words that were said a moment ago. It is, yes, Hunter Sampson, making his second appearance of the season. Pitched an inning with a walk and a strikeout on the 27th against Brooks. We do not have a hometown or college listed.
Hunter Sampson sounds like the name of a knockoff animated series that would air on CBS instead of Fox.
It's the Canadian version.
The Sampsons. You got Hunter married to Midge with their sons, or with their son Bort and Alice.
Yes.
Instead of Lisa, and then of course they have their beautiful baby Miggy, as they live in Springfield, but in a different state.
Right.
That's right.
With Easter Bunny's little helper.
That's right. That's right. As the second pitch to Logan Grant is outside. Yeah, it's just a different Springfield.
Yeah.
It's not that. It's just there's so many of them. So Logan Grant now up at the plate as Mr. Sampson throws that one outside. Grant's having himself a decent outing here tonight. He scored a run back in the bottom of the 4th, and now a pitch gets away, and another couple of runners will advance 90 feet as the base paths continue to be a real sight of action here tonight.
That pitch low and in just about hit Grant, but he was able to get his foot out of the way. And now the Dawgs have a couple in scoring position with one of their better RBI guys up at the plate in Logan Grant.
Grant very much in a good position here, ahead in the count 3-0 with just nobody away here in the bottom half of inning number 6. The Dawgs looking to keep their offensive firepower going as Grant swings and misses at that one. I guess he had free reign up ahead 3-0.
Yeah, I would imagine if this is a 1-0 ball game instead of 6-0, that's probably a take all the way. But just let him make his own decisions up there.
Grant, another Bellevue University product. Check swing, and he'll take a free base. And so that'll bring up Nash Crow, who has nobody out everybody on base, and already a home run in his back pocket tonight.
Yeah, this is the type of situation that he absolutely thrives in, and a very difficult situation now for young Hunter Sampson, putting himself into this spot.
Do you have Sampson's measurements? He looks like he's maybe 5'8".
I genuinely only have that he's a right-handed pitcher with a good breaking ball.
That was pretty good in there for a called strike.
Yeah, no height, weight listed. All I have is that he is a right-hander and a pitcher.
And that one gets away, and the Dawgs elect to play this one relatively conservatively.
Yeah, you don't need to run yourself into an out when you have one of the better power hitters in your program's history up at the plate with the bases loaded. You can be as calm as you want with the bases loaded and nobody out. No need to run into an out. So a smart one there from Croson on a good recovery from Woodcock on the pitch in the dirt.
1-1 count to Crow. In there for the strike. Hunter Sampson doing his job well.
Nice breaking pitch there. Again, you know Nash is up there looking for a fastball to bash. And so a breaking pitch drops in, now has him behind in the count.
The 1-2 outside.
Trying to put a little bit more zip on that one, but just zipped it to the outside part of the plate. And a good take there from Nash makes this now a 2-2 count.
From now on, you'll be Hunter Sampson from Terror Lake. 2-2 count. Outside, and the count moves even. Or pardon me, moves full. 3-2 now, with none away in the bottom half of the sixth.
Yeah, Nash obviously earns the reputation of a guy who just crushes dingers, but he has a pretty good approach at the plate there and battling in this count.
Full count. Swung and a miss, drop third strike. He's going to get tagged, I think.
With the runners everywhere, there's nowhere for him to go.
That's right.
So he is forced out.
That's right. No need. And there's one away, as Nash Kroll is not going to be satisfied with that one.
No, just when I talk about the good approach to the plate, he chases a pitch on the outside part of the zone. But a nice pitch from Sampson to get that very important strikeout, but it doesn't get a whole lot easier with Skaggs at the plate.
Skaggs is 1 for 3 tonight. Of course, the other two were both strikeouts, so not a whole lot of varying outcomes so far, as the first pitch to Skaggs is outside.
That looked like a bit of a mix-up. That was not a comfortable take from Woodcock on that pitch. Obviously, crisis averted, but that did not look comfy on either end of the exchange.
Skaggs singled and came around to score in the bottom half of the fourth, and that time he swings through that one. Wouldn't this be a feat if Sampson was able to get out of this one?
Yeah, no kidding. Given that the hitters that the Dawgs have coming up, Skaggs, the hit that he had was a bunt hit over on the left side that was just perfectly executed.
That's right. That was a beauty. In there, fans don't like that one.
I don't think Skaggs really appreciates it either, but a very nice pitch from Sampson to get him ahead here now at 1-2.
Big pitch here. Bounces away, but not too far, as Woodcock is able to scoop it up.
Yeah, Woodcock, we've talked about it. There's been a few that have kind of gotten past him, and the Dawgs have terrorized him, but for the amount that he has had to deal with behind home plate, a couple very good stops back there.
Swung on and missed by Skaggs, and wouldn't you know it, there's 2 away, and Sampson has put down 2 of the Dawgs' most fearsome hitters back-to-back.
Yeah, an excellent one there. That pitch was just diving in on Skaggs. Forces the swing and a miss, but even if he does make contact on it, that thing is going to have a negative 20 launch angle and might get a double play. So an excellent pitch there, and now one batter away from getting out of it, but it's Matchy, who had a very good at bat last time up.
Yeah, I'm just trying to find more information about Hunter Sampson. I mean, there's one thing that I'm seeing here that lists him at 4'7" and 80 pounds. I don't think that's accurate.
Yeah, no, he's not huge, but he's not that.
There's something I'm seeing from a Sherwood Park newspaper that says he was 4 for 4 batting in a game once. So I have no idea who this guy is, but Nevertheless, he throws a decent curveball, and that pitch is low. It's 2-0.
Yeah, good take from Matchy against this international man of mystery, Hunter Sampson, out on the mound. But Matchy working himself into a hitter's count. Smart ball player like we've talked about before, and really refining that approach to the plate. He's in a very good spot here, up 2-0.
Uh-oh, and now it gets away, and this is going to play to run. Sliding in safely and scoring there is Connor Croson, and it's now a 7-0 ball game.
We talked about how it wasn't worth it to go on the one earlier. That one was a clean pass right through Woodcock, and so with that, and with there being 2 away, certainly warrants being a little bit more aggressive on the bases, but an easy go for Connor Croson to extend the lead even further and convert the touchdown here in the 6th inning.
So it's 7-0 Dawgs now. And things will continue with Eric Matchy yet again. 3-0 counts. And that's a called strike.
Yeah, it's a good breaking pitch there from Sampson, but you want Matchy to be taking in that spot. If again, if he hits that one, he's not going to make much contact with it. Like that.
Exactly. Swung on and missed.
It wasn't a quick pitch, but Matchy did not have a lot of time in the batter's box once he got in there. Sampson is gripping and ripping.
Yeah, he's throwing pretty quick. And this one's going to be sent towards center. It's going to be pretty shallow, but it's going to be caught by Parker Husu to end the inning. So the Dawgs do plate one off of a wild pitch, but they do strand 2 others. And they headed to the top of the 7th with a 7-0 lead that maybe could be larger. But nevertheless, we'll see if Energy City can battle back here. It'll be Peter Klein calling balls and strikes when we return. My name is Mike Gould. Thank you so much for listening along to these 3 innings. Back to the top of the 7th, right after this at Stevens Stadium on FloCollege.
Goodbrand out here with me. She was our first pitch lady, and this season, we've had a very special new promo. It has been the Secure Home Run Giveaway. Every home run that your Dawgs hits while we're here at home allowed 1 fan in attendance to be entered to win 2 $2,000 WestJet vouchers to anywhere that WestJet flies. Now, outside of the game tonight, we hit 17 home runs. That means 17 different names were put into this bucket. And I think you know who you are. They were contacted. So if you're one of those people, stand up for me. Stand up. 17 people are in for 2 $2,000 WestJet vouchers. If you're one, give a wave. All right. So we've got the bucket. Are we ready? Can I get a drum roll on the seats? Here we are. For $4,000 anywhere that WestJet flies. Matt, let's get a name.
Now pitching for your Dawgs at Winnipeg Community College, number 27, Evan Leonard.
New pitcher into the ball game here in the top half of the 7th inning as Evan Leonard makes his his way out to the mound out of Pendleton, Oregon, attending Lynn Benton Community College. The righty making his third appearance for the Dogs. No decisions yet, a 6.75 ERA. 1 1/3 innings pitched, 1 walk allowed. Coming off of 1 shutout inning against Brooks. No runs, no hits, no walks, no strikeouts. Just faced 3 dudes and went back. A strong inning for him.
Number 11, Tommy Woodcock.
And now he'll face Tommy Woodcock. It is 8-9-1 for the Cactus Rats as that first pitch missed. 1-0. Good pitch there from Leonard. Woodcock so far this game with a fly out to right field in the second inning, singled in the fifth, and he hits this ball a 1.5 miles foul, and it'll be 1-1. Got some good contact on that, but nowhere near fair territory, so the count again even at 1-1. The pitch from Leonard is hit over on the right side. That one is going to go foul. A little bit closer to the field of play, but still the count now 1-2. As the Cactus Rats look to work their way back into this ball game. Leonard waits on the mound. Reddy's now here with the 1-2. Nice breaking pitch. A good take there, though, from Woodcock, and it's 2-2. Thought he had him rung up on that one, but a called ball, and the count is now at 2-2. That one misses high and tight, and it's 3-2. Taking a look at the out-of-town scoreboard tonight, Saskatoon and Regina are tied 5-5 in the top of the ninth. 3-2 pitch here, fouled away. We'll do it again. Medicine Hat is trailing Weyburn 7-6 in the top half of the 8th inning. Lethbridge is trailing Sylvan Lake in a big series out there, 6-0 in the top half of the 8th. Brooks is up 6-1 on Fort McMurray in the top of the 8th, as that one missed, ball 4. So all around the zone from Leonard, but it is a leadoff walk for Woodcock with now Campbell coming up. So interesting out-of-town scoreboard there with Brooks leading Fort McMurray 6-1. Also should put a bow on it. Moose Jaw has a 16-1 lead on Swift Current in the top half of the 8th inning out there at Ross Wells. Elias Campbell now up to the plate, 1 for 2 in the ball game. Woodcock takes his lead off at first. That pitch is in for a strike. It's 0-1. Brooks entering the day half a game back of the Cactus Rats and Giants for that 4th spot in the WCBL's West Division. So if all these scores hold, Brooks moves into that position here with less than a week to go. Pitch misses up and in. 1-1 to Campbell. Swing and a miss there, and it's 1-2.
Well, I'm back from a brief ice cream respite after a very loud 3 innings here at the ballpark. And boy, what a pleasure it is to listen to the dulcet tones of Peter Klein.
Well, thank you. You certainly had a lot of the fun in this game so far.
Did.
As this ball is skied out into right center field, it is a long run out there, but a very nice running catch made by Skaggs out in center for out number 1, as he covered a lot of ground to make the first out of the inning.
Skaggs let it all out there, including his hat, which he dropped about 20 paces behind where he made the catch. He goes back over to pick it up, and he says, "Thanks very much. Job well done."
So now it's back to the top of the order in Seiji Umezawa. He has walked a couple of times in this ball game, was thrown out at home back in the first. As he lines this ball into center, and that one will fall for a base hit, as Skaggs can't get to all of them. That one falls in. Runner will hold at second. There's 2 on with 1 away now for the Cactus Rats.
Ten Shindo now coming up, and a big opportunity for him to improve upon his 1 for 3 line on the day. And in fact, he's going to use the exact same bat as Umezawa here.
Well, why not? They've got a very good hit there up the middle on this one. So just see if it has one more hit in it before you head back.
Bit of a conversation here between the new Dawgs pitcher Lehnertz and the catcher Grant, seeing how exactly they want to handle Shindo, who is a good contact hitter.
Yeah, Shindo has been, like you mentioned before, 1 for 3 in the ball game. Had the single, got to second base on a passed ball. Coming into this game, hitting .261. It's the veteran catcher, Logan Grant, trying to settle the young pitcher down out on the mound. It's the third outing for Leonard. In a bit of a jam here, looking to work his way out. First pitch misses inside, it's 1-0. And Shindo with 15 stolen bases, so some speed up there, not the easiest double play candidate either. Ahead in the count here, 1-0. Fouls that one away, and that one's going to find the netting, and it's 1-1. Pitch jammed him up and in. Wasn't able to do a whole lot with that, as their all-star Husu waits on deck. Leonard checks the runner at second. That's Woodcock. Comes home with the 1-1. That's in for a strike. It's 1-2.
Well, a line drive at somebody here would be real nice.
Yes. Yeah, that would be beneficial for the Dawgs, yeah.
But we'll see if that happens here. Might as well just maybe strike him out if you can.
Looking for his first strikeout as a Dawg. Leonard checks the runner at second. Now comes home with the 1-2. Misses outside. It's 2-2. That was interesting. The pitch before, he started his windup, had his leg in the air while he was staring back at Woodcock, then came home. That one turned back to the batter, but it was a bit of a slide step instead, so trying to keep them off balance out on the bases. Now again the 2-2, again a slide step, and it misses low and away, 3-2. Shindo will work his walks. He has 18 so far in the season.
Boy, if you're Energy,
41 games.
Yeah, pardon me. If you're Energy City, you just got to be asking, how many hits do we have to get a run here tonight?
Yeah, they've been going by the death by 1,000 cuts and haven't been able to really cut through just yet. Big spot here. 3-2 as they try to get back into this ball game here in the 7th. Chopper over to short. Sanchez has it. He'll go to second for one. Back to first, and the throw is offline. Nice snag by Kroll to keep that from getting past him, but it's still a force at second, and there's 2 away for Husu.
Yeah, that'll go down as a fielder's choice for Ten Shindo for sure. And yeah, big opportunity here for Parker Husu. But again, you said it, Klein. It's been an instance where, you can't even say death by 1,000 cuts because really haven't even been any cuts.
Mm-hmm.
They haven't made any damage. It's kind of just been sort of near misses, EPs. It's just been very strange so far. I don't remember the last time I saw a game where both teams had 8 hits, and yet the score was this disparate.
Husu looking to change that a little bit, takes the pitch for a strike. But you're right, like, you look at, they've threatened in this game, just haven't been able to break through. You have Umezawa thrown out at home in the first inning. They got Perez to second in the second inning. Campbell was thrown out trying to steal third in the third inning. They had the bases loaded in the 5th. So they've been right around it. As that pitch is in for a strike, it's 0-2. Now here this inning, they have runners on the corners.
Yeah.
Which was a death sentence earlier with the Dawgs out there. And they've had their chances, just not able to cut through. Sorry.
No, it's okay. I was going to say, have they runners stranded every inning?
I do believe they've not had a 3 of 3 down inning yet.
Good Lord.
This ball hit hard to second. Rose has it, throws to first, and the inning is over. So again, the Cactus Rats threaten, they do not score. Stretch time here at Siemens Stadium. Dawgs with a 7-0 lead on FloCollege.
Fans, we want to remind you, it will be fireworks for you after the game. There'll be a short break following the last pitch, and then it'll be on to fireworks. And fans, I'm going to invite the players to join me on the field. We have a great tradition here on Fan Appreciation Night. We tip our caps to you because you are the greatest fans in all of baseball. The players and coaches salute you tonight. Thank you, fans, for all you do.
second baseman, number 5, Aiden Rose.
Aiden Rose will lead things off in the bottom of the 7th inning. Dogs with a 7-0 lead here on FloCollege. Peter Klein, Mike Gould back with you. It will be Rose, the oft-hit Elsner, and Sanchez. The no-hit Sanchez in this game.
Yeah, well, Rose has had just a splendid evening. He's gone 3 for 3 with 2 extra base hits, 2 runs batted in, a run of his own. He's just been, borderline unstoppable, and just have to wait and see what he does here leading off the 7th.
First pitch, misses low, 1-0. That is a new pitcher in the ball game who has refused to turn his back to the booth, so I haven't been able to make out who it is so far.
Well, I'll make it easy for you. It's Cale Perreault.
All right.
Wearing number 21 for this Energy City team.
And Rose puts a charge into this one, deep left field to the warning track at the wall, and it's caught. A nice catch out in left field by Campbell. And there's one away, as that might be Rose's hardest hit of the ball game, and it's the first time he's been retired today.
Can you imagine if he'd hit a home run there?
Oh.
I mean, what a night that would have been. It's still an amazing night, but wow. I will say Cale Perreault rocking an ERA of 10.8 this season. Although he's only made 2 appearances, he has allowed just 2 earned runs, but I mean, only in 1 2/3 innings. So he has walked 4. He has never struck out a batter in the WCBL. And based on what I'm seeing right here, he appears to pitch right-handed.
Certainly would appear, yes. As Elsner, again, given the night he has had, very happy to see that pitch miss low and away, 1-0.
Yeah, very happy just to see a right-handed pitcher, I think. Just
Elsner flares this ball out into right. Franjul is there, and there's 2 out. But again, given the night he has had, I think he will take that after being hit by a pitch in back-to-back innings in the 4th and 5th.
You know who I don't think will take a fly out right about now? Ricardo Sanchez, who is 0 for 4 tonight.
Yeah, not many 0 for 5s on the resume of Ricardo Sanchez.
Yeah, I mean, he's typically one of the most dangerous batters on this Dawgs team, and he's getting a fair few cheers from the fans here at Siemens Stadium, who I think are well aware of his 0 for evening.
As he misses that one, or takes that one outside, 1-0. For Sanchez, I had the ultimate broadcaster jinx. I had figured out in doing notes for the game that he had a 47-game on-base streak, and I figured that out on the last day of that streak.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Pitch misses low and away, 2-0. Did all the, going back to like his college stats and game logs and everything, and then a nice little 0 for 4 on the resume there. So I jinxed him entirely on that one. Still pretty happy figuring that one out, though. 2-0. Sanchez takes, and it's 2-1.
Yeah, if I'm Ricky, I'm just not swinging. I mean, I get it. The first strikeout, it was all looking.
Yeah.
But since then, I don't know. I just want to see if the pitcher can do my job for me.
Yeah. Yeah, let him do the heavy lifting here. Misses outside, and it's 3-1.
See, if you're Ricky, you're happy with that.
Yeah, absolutely, you'll take that.
I'll get on base. I don't really care how, but anything to get out of this little funk.
Well ahead in the count here, 3-1. The pitch. Chops this one up the middle. Tough play for Shindo. He dives, knocks it down. The throw across, not in time. It's going to be an infield hit for Ricardo Sanchez. Heck of an effort from Ten Shindo, but Sanchez is aboard with 2 away.
And Ricky Sanchez is 1 for 5. And with that, every member of the Dawgs has reached base tonight, or at least every member of their starting batting order.
Yes. Yeah, every starter has reached base tonight. As you mentioned so far in this game, 6 of them have reached base twice. That's just that type of a night.
And now we're getting a pinch hitter. Leo Cote's coming in for Connor Croson.
Not a bad pinch hitting option, but yes, certainly at that point in the ball game now, Leo Cote out of Oregon State University helped give someone, I think, a mini fridge earlier.
Yeah,
which,
I think it might have been the sound system.
Ah, yes, I think you're right, yeah. But yeah, he was Vanna White for at least one of those as he takes that one inside on the inside corner, sorry, 0-1.
Do you come with the car?
Cote hitting .339 this year with 4 home runs, 17 RBI. That would have hit Mike Gould right between the eyes if we didn't have a net there.
It was coming right for me. There aren't many that come right in this direction, and I've been waiting for the right one that just gets fouled softly and just sort of floats right in.
Yeah.
It'll happen one day. It hasn't happened yet.
Yeah, the John Sterling one where he got hit in the booth at Yankee Stadium.
That's right.
The 0-2 swing and a miss, strike 3. Hold the string on an off-speed pitch, and the inning is over. So the Dawgs strand the first hit of the ball game for Ricardo Sanchez, but it is all Okotoks right now, 7-0 going into the 8th here on FloCollege.
Happy birthday to calling fans joining us at the game time. Happy 35th birthday, Hunter, of your family, friends, and son Mason. Happy 75th birthday, Jude Falk. Happy 38th birthday to Frank England, Lieutenant with the Chesterfield Fire Department. And a huge shout out to the U15 Calgary Townsend provincial champions sitting on the firm tonight. Good luck in Laker Manitoba at Nationals. Happy birthday, Chris Friesen. Happy 24th birthday, Riley, of Sierra, Maluka, and Ash. And welcome to Terry from Holland. Happy birthday, Jackson, 11 years old, but the whole family. Here with his dad, Jonathan, who shares the same birthday, and it is their first Dawgs game ever. Happy birthday to Terry in section 100. Happy birthday, Lauren, from section 105. Happy 31st anniversary to Ron and Julie. Happy birthday to Jordan. Happy birthday to operations intern Easton. Happy birthday, Courtney Lang, 23 years old, from everybody at the conception. And we'd like to welcome Aaron, Sean, Zoe, and Archie Cooper all the way here from Australia.
Top half of the 8th inning after happy birthday was wished to half of the stadium. It will be 4, 5, and 6 for the Cactus Rats. Franjul, Uno, and Barnow up.
It's fan appreciation night. It's everybody's birthday.
Yeah.
Now pitching for your Dawgs out of Lincoln Community College, number 33, Easton Corey.
Easton Corey out as the new pitcher in the ball game for the Dawgs.
Right fielder, number 29.
Lynn Benton Community College.
Another righty.
Fastball in for a strike there. It is 0-1 here in the top half of the 8th inning, he says as he gets the scoreboard right. Corey 0-2 with a 7.71 ERA. That one misses outside, 1-1.
Yeah, it's been a bit of a difficult season for Easton Corey in a certain sense. The Pendleton, Oregon product has become a relatively well-known face around these parts, and he was great last year. Just hasn't quite had the same level of success so far, albeit, I mean, it's tough when, 14 games, 14 innings pitched, even one earned run here and there can really just change the equation so much. And, more recently, he started to settle into a bit of a groove. He pitched 1 inning in the first half of the doubleheader yesterday and struck out 1, faced just 3 batters. So.
And he struck out 1 here on the first batter he faces as he gets Frenjo looking for the out. 1 away. That'll be the 12th strikeout of the season for Easton Corey in 14 innings. He also has 3 saves on the year. His last one coming on July 3rd against Swift Current.
Yeah, I mean, when you look at it, last year Corey had 24 strikeouts in 15 innings pitched. This year he has 11 in 14 innings pitched, but now make that 12, and maybe he'll add to that total again here.
Gets ahead of Uno, 0-1. Uno with a couple of singles in the ball game and is 2 for 3. That one misses outside, 1-1.
3 Unos up on the scoreboard right now, 1-1 with 1 away.
That one misses outside to ruin that symmetry, and it's 2-1.
Corey's throwing pretty hard. He's just right there on the precipice of the outside of the zone.
Gets the sign, now comes set, readies with the 2-1. Misses outside, 3-1.
again, just real close on the borderline.
Yeah, he's just missed outside on a couple of those as Barnow waits on deck. The 3-1. Misses outside, ball 4.
Well, maybe Easton Corey's walk-up song should be Borderline by Tame Impala, because he's just right there, but just not quite on the right side of that borderline so far. Those were 5 real close pitches. Unfortunately for him, 4 of them were decreed to be balls.
So Uno walks. He has a couple stolen bases on the season. Also should mention with the singles, Uno now has a 5-game hit streak as Barnow comes to the plate looking for his first hit of the ball game. Misses up and away, 1-0. So another one that misses outside. Quick run through my scorebook. There's Barnow and Franjul, the only ones to not reach base for Energy City. And now on another ball, it is going to be a conference out on the mound for the Dawgs.
Yeah, I'd imagine this one going along the lines of, hey, buddy, it's all good, all right? Just do your thing.
Logan Grant, again, with Corey being here last year, Grant was as well, so there's some familiarity there. Logan knows when something might look a little bit off, and I would suggest 4 or 5 balls in a row probably would be a bit of a red flag.
Yeah, just I think the message is, hey, buddy, try putting the pitches a couple inches over to the right.
Yeah, if we could just kind of ease those like, in the strike zone, that would be greatly appreciated. So now the count 1-0 to Corey, or from Corey, sorry, to Barnow. 7-0 Dawgs lead here in the 8th. The pitch. That one got back in the zone. That was fouled very hard and in an area where my car was parked. So
Yeah.
Appreciate that one, 1-1.
That was a not an acute angle.
No.
That was drilled basically backwards.
The 1-1. Uno takes his lead over at first, not running. The pitch is in for a strike, and it's 1-2.
That's really nicely placed. Really nicely placed there by Easton Corey.
Sometimes nice to just get the catcher out there, tell your pitcher to settle down. Whatever was said out on the mound has worked in back-to-back pitches, and now Corey a pitch away from the second out. The 1-2 pulled it, and it's 2-2.
Back on the borderline for Easton Corey. Figured in 3 games last summer during the Dawgs' run to their 3rd consecutive championship. Allowed just 3 hits in those 3 appearances.
The 2-2 hit down the right field line for a base hit. This ball is going to go down into the corner. Uno is getting the wave around third. He will come into, no, he stops at third, sorry. Stumbled over as he was rounding the base. So it looked like he was going to score relatively easily. Instead, it is runners at second and third with 1 away as the Dawgs maybe catch a break there.
Well, Caden Williams was having some trouble with that ball out in right field. It took him a while to throw it back in. I almost wondered if he was bobbling out there. I couldn't really see it. And it came in, and it looked to me like, you mentioned it, looked to me like Uno was going to score with relative ease. Instead, he, I don't know, toe-picked or something. And he ends up having to retreat back into third base. And Corey catches a break with 1 away here in the top of the 8th.
And he's not super comfortable over there at third base. They called time to look at it. He is down on the ground right now. He's
favoring his left elbow.
Yeah, so I wonder, maybe not necessarily, like you said, the toe pick there, but the landing causing a bit of a problem. But they're going to keep him out there at least for now. So that will bring Perez to the plate. He walked and was stranded at third in the 5th inning. Also doubled back in the 2nd.
Well, not the first time the Dawgs have allowed base runners from this G City team, so.
Yeah, they've had a couple of looks up there tonight. First pitch, in for a strike. It's 0-1.
Just keep throwing those, Easton. You'll do just fine.
Very nice pitch to get ahead of Perez here at 0-1. Laverne, California, the 0-1. Swing and a miss, and it's 0-2.
Sounds like you listened to my advice. Same pitch.
Basically in the exact same spot. Perez has a home run, 5 RBI this season. As you mentioned before in this game, he has 3 hits this year. 2 of them are extra bases. One's a home run, one's a double. The 0-2 stings that one back into the netting. And we'll do 0-2 all over again.
That one was kind of on a line with me as well. That was just a little bit below on being on track with where our press box is here, but right in my direction once again.
The 0-2.
Uh-oh.
Misses up, and it gets away from Grant. In to score is Uno, and Energy City is on the board. It is 7-1.
Well, the Dogs have dodged so many bullets, and finally they got left without one in their own chamber, and they were able to finally surrender one.
Yeah, that one just Grant unable to squeeze that, so in to score is Uno. Barnow heads over to third. And so again, a game where they get 9 hits, no one's going to have a run batted in.
Yeah.
As the run comes home. But one more time, Perez looking to change that. The 1-2. Breaking ball, froze him, strike 3 call. Second strikeout looking at the inning for Corey, and there's 2 gone.
Yeah, that's more like it. The only bad pitch of that at-bat ends up bringing in a run. But aside from that, 3 pretty nice strikes.
So now up to the dish is Woodcock. He walked and was stranded at third back in the 7th inning. It is 1 for 2. Oh, big swing and a miss there at the gas. It's 0-1.
Real nice stuff there.
We talked about the postseason for Corey. His 3 appearances where he went 1-1, 3 2/3 innings, 7 strikeouts.
Oh, man.
The 0-1 misses up. Grant is able to snare that one. So doing the math on that, 3 2/3, that would be 8 outs. And again, 7 strikeouts.
Yeah, that's, let me try to figure out the percentage. I want to say 87% of those outs would have been strikeouts.
It's like a 23% K per 9. You'll take that. As that one's fouled back, it's 1-2.
87.5.
Look at you go.
Bingo!
You and your stats.
Yeah.
As a jam-packed Siemens Stadium gets behind the Lynn Benton Community College reliever. Maybe not the best timing on the slow clap.
That's all right. They have the spirit.
So now he comes set. The 1-2 pitch. In the dirt, good block there from Grant, and it's 2-2. Campbell waits on deck. As, this would be big for the Dogs if they could get Easton Corey back into his playoff form just in time for the postseason.
Big time.
And the last day of the WCBL season is 2 weeks from today. The 2-2 misses up 3-2. And that's the last day of the WCBL year, sorry. That's the last day that the championship could be handed out.
Due up next for the Dogs, Caden Williams, a pinch runner turned pinch hitter, presumably. Logan Grant and Nash Crowell.
The 3-2 pitch. Popped up foul, and we'll do it again. It's a souvenir for someone over on the first base side, so some leave with a mini fridge, others with a baseball.
Yeah, I mean, your mileage may vary. I found this old bird cage outside. I might take it home.
I think that was my car. The 3-2. Hit back up the middle, right at Corey. He's got it. Tossed to first. One at third. To the bottom of the 8th we go here in Okotoks. Dogs with a 7-1 lead on FloCollege.
All right, fans, it's time for the final prize of the night. Pull out your raffle tickets. We want to make somebody very happy and send you home with an 86-inch 4K HDR TV from LG. This comes with an AI-powered magic remote, super 4K upscaling, enhanced resolution. It is an absolutely magnificent television. I want to thank Trey, Nate, Frank, and Alex for carrying it out. Let's give them a round of applause. Nash Crowell is going to make the final draw of the night. Let's have a round of applause for Nash. Now, before we draw the ticket, did we mention there is post-game fireworks? 20 minutes after the game, just enough time to go up to the concession, get an ice cold beverage, and get your seat for the fireworks. Who's ready to win a television? All right, Nash, let's have it. All right, Nash. 498-699. Congratulations, you've won an 86-inch television. Congratulations to all of our winners tonight. Following the fireworks, you can claim your prizes at the Duvernay Fieldhouse. Fans, thank you again. You are the greatest fans in all of baseball. It's been a lot of fun. We salute you. Give yourselves a round of applause.
And the Okotoks Dogs would like to wish a happy 8th birthday to Isaac, Captain Okotoks, from Dan, Sarah, and Ethan.
Bottom half of the 8th inning here at Siemens Stadium, as basically everything has gone right for the Dogs in this game. Nash Kroll was helping the draw for the 85-inch TV. That's the only thing that could get him booed in this ballpark, is not picking someone's ticket. But otherwise, things have gone very well, as the banner now, Caden Williams hitting .275 on the year with 14 runs batted in. Of course, the rest, though, still unwritten. First pitch. Swinging and a miss, 0-1.
Yeah, Caden Williams replacing Zane Scansey in the Dogs lineup here after Scansey hit that silly bloop single a couple innings ago.
In this ball game.
Well, technically he was already on base.
I suppose, yes. Yeah, to do so at his own doing. The 1-1. Chomps that one back to the mound. If he's going to get there, he's going to have to hurry. Throw to first is in time, and there's one away.
Now it's Logan Grant's turn, and Grant does not have a hit in this game, but he has scored in this game. He has walked twice in this game.
Yeah, Grant led off the big inning in this game, that 5-run fourth inning, as he had one of the best views in the ballpark for Nash Kroll's 6th home run of the year.
To paraphrase a popular saying, he walked so Nash Kroll could run.
As that one is popped right up the elevator shaft. After it is Woodcock, and he dropped it.
Oh, man.
That one took a bit of a right turn on him, and it will fall in for a foul ball, and it's 0-1.
Isn't that something?
Yeah.
This game's had a little bit of everything.
Those ones are so tough on the catchers. It's a weird spin on them, and it just falls right outside the reach of a glove. That is really weird to try to catch a baseball with.
Yep.
So the at-bat continues now for Logan Grant, who you don't want to give extra outs to. The 0-1, Grant takes, and it's 1-1. Dogs maybe looking for a counter punch after Energy City found the scoreboard for the first time in the 8th inning. Cale Perreault back out on the mound. The 1-1. Grant chops this over to the right side. That one's going to kick foul. And it'll be 1-2.
Not by much, but a valiant effort nonetheless.
Yeah, the opposite of what that ball did in Baltimore the other day in the Blue Jays game, where the Orioles player and everyone else with eyeballs thought that that was going to go foul. It just hit the lip of the grass and bounced back in.
You betcha.
So Grant taking his time after the sprint down to first base. The count at 1-2, and Nash Kroll waiting on deck. But it's been one of the nicer nights of the year for the Dogs to play at. The Perreault, not the best poker face out there, knew that was going to be a ball right away.
Yeah, I would say so. And the trend of short pitchers continues for this Energy City team.
The 2-2, and that one will beat Woodcock 5-hole.
Really?
3-2.
You beat me to it. That was as seamless a 5-hole as I've seen. That was almost comical in just how it just slipped right through there. It's a Patrick Lalime special.
And the 3-2. Grant pops it up over on the left side. I thought he looked like Stuart Skinner, as that one will just get out of play. That's probably an unnecessary shot, given the
2004 playoffs. Here's Nieuwendyk again, scores again, right through Lalime, 2 in a row. And if you watch the video of that highlight, you'll know that I just quoted Bob Cole word for word.
The 3-2 swing and a miss, strike 3. Sits him down for the strikeout, and there's 2 away here in the 8th.
Well, maybe Nash Kroll can reinstate the 7-run lead. One of the only ways he knows how. Earlier this season, I compared Nash Kroll to Adam Dunn as a batter who just is religiously adherent to the notion of 3 true outcomes in baseball: a home run, a strikeout, or a walk. You could technically add hit by pitch for that, but he really just stands up there, and for the brief moment when he's at the plate, it really is just him, the pitcher, and the catcher that matter.
First pitch, fouls that one away. I had him on the radio in Calgary a couple weeks ago.
Sure.
And we were talking about one at bat that he had. He's like, oh yeah, just trying to put the ball in play. I was like, sir,
Yeah.
I have called a lot of your games. I don't think I've ever seen a just trying to put the ball in play swing from you.
That's a slip of the tongue. He was trying to put the ball out of play.
Yeah, yeah. He said, well, I was trying to put the ball in play hard. Oh, okay. Well, that checks out then, as he's pulls back from that one, 1-1. Hits this ball hard to short. Diving play made. Throw across in time. Ten Shindo put a star by that one. The diving snag brings the 8th inning to a close. Last chance for Energy City as we go to the 9th here at Siemens Stadium with a 6-run Dawgs lead on FloCollege.
Now pitching for your Dawgs, number 20, Caden Fisher.
Ninth inning here on Fan Appreciation Night in Okotoks, and the fans appreciating the 7-1 lead the home side is out to as we start the ninth with a new pitcher in the ballgame, Caden Fisher, the affiliate, out on the mound.
Yeah, really, the only thing we know about this guy is he wears number 20, and he appears to throw with his left hand.
And throws quite hard as well.
Oh, we don't even know that. He throws with his right.
Yeah.
Number 32, Elijah Bear.
So a pinch hitter into the ball game here, Elijah Bear, out of Houston, Texas.
Well, unless,
He is a lefty.
Yeah, he is. Unless I'm much mistaken, I seem to remember the name of one of these players on this Energy City team. Do they have Trip Ray?
I don't believe that is this team.
Oh, come on. They've got to have Trip Ray.
No, that is not.
Unbelievable.
That is not these guys.
That's
sorry.
one of my favorite names.
Elijah Bear up at the plate.
Nice Silver Lake. Come on.
Swing and a miss at that one. Quickly 0-2. So a good start here for Fisher in what would appear to be his first start here, or his first outing with the Dawgs. Looking for a strikeout. The 0-2. Fouls that one back, hits the top of the netting.
That's another one that was coming right at
Yeah,
me.
that had a chance, actually.
It
If
really
that gets
did.
over, that's it's dying down pretty quick into our lap here. Bear on the season hitting 143, has driven in 5. Swing and a miss at that one, strike 3.
Well, we may not know much about you, Mr. Fisher, but we do know that you can throw a strikeout in the WCBL.
Yeah, that was an excellent pitch there to get the out. And now there is one away for Umezawa coming to the plate.
Number 16, Seiji Umezawa.
Umezawa has reached base 3 times tonight, a couple walks and a single, making him 1 for 2. This first pitch misses inside, 1-0.
Umezawa, being the good guy, goes to pick up the ball himself.
Umezawa out of Kanagawa, Japan. Heading Sussex Community College, hitting .239 on the year. Now has hits in back-to-back games against the Dawgs. The 1-0. Big swing and a miss, and it's 1-1.
Yeah, Energy City down to their last 5 strikes here. Hits in this game are even at 9 apiece.
The 1-1. Swing and a miss, 1-2.
Oh, had Umezawa going for, I don't know, something even bigger than a home run there. going for a home run that drives in 5 runs.
The 1-2. Fisher with what appear to be new sneakers out on the mound. He heads this one to third. Diving play by Matchy. Throw across the diamond. In time, what a play. Eric Matchy with a phenomenal play at third base and a great scoop by Nash Kroll on the other end of it. And there's 2 down in the 9th.
Well, Umezawa, call the police, call the fire department, call somebody, because you just got robbed of a hit. That was unbelievable by Eric Matchy over at third base, laying out and just snagging that one with the last fibers of his glove, and then sending a strike of his own over to Nash Kroll, and Energy City's down to their final out.
Yeah, the third baseman for Energy City victimized by the third baseman of the Dawgs, and all he could do was smile coming back to the plate. As Shindo checks his swing, it's 1-0.
That was something.
My word, what a play.
That was really something.
We've said we've seen a little bit of everything in this game. That includes some excellent plays, and that certainly is one of them. The 1-0. Line drive into center field. Skaggs racing over. He's got it, and that's the ball game. This one was close for a bit, and then the Okotoks Dawgs were finally able to break through. Nash Kroll with the home run that ends up being the game-winning hit, helping the Dawgs in a 5-run 4th inning to a 7-1 win. And Mike, we talked about trying to peak at the right time going into playoff time for the Okotoks Dawgs team. It wasn't always pretty tonight, but it was darn sure effective for Okotoks most of the way through.
Well, and they were just kind enough to give me all of their runs to call, as they really keep it concentrated to the middle 3, and they end up saluting their fans on Fan Appreciation Night with a very convincing victory that just keeps this excellent season going. Now, I mean, really, Peter, you mentioned it, 2 weeks today. It all boils down to this. Can they make it 4 in a row? Well, if they play like they did tonight, they'll have a chance against anybody.
Up next for the Dawgs, a very important game as they head out to Spitz Stadium in Lethbridge for a matchup with the Bulls. That game is tomorrow. Then the Dawgs are back home on Sunday for a matchup with Sylvan Lake before they head out to Sylvan Lake on Monday. So that is the final schedule here for the Okotoks Dawgs. For Energy City, this is a loss after they won yesterday in the back part of the doubleheader against the Dawgs. They're back home for the rest of it. And how about this? Two teams that entered play today tied for the fourth spot in the WCBL. They play each other 3 times to close it out. Energy City and Fort McMurray. Those two teams will face each other for 3 straight starting tomorrow after Energy City heads out to Sylvan Lake. So that is going to do it from here. For Mike Gould, my name is Peter Klein. Thank you very much for making us a part of your long weekend plans here on FloCollege.